with the Jonestown, Jim Jones, Jonestown. Trying to do a mic check. Let's see if we got our mic check on. Let's see here. You ain't getting me yet. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Microphone checker. No sound. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Oh, there we go. We all mic checked up. We got a mic check here. Let me get caught up. We're gonna get our lights on. We're gonna get our mics on. Oh, niggas run like roaches with the light on. Okay, let's see here where we at. Jonestown. Let me go back there. All right, let me get set up here. Video channel. Yo, I appreciate them likes, big homie. We see you, Book. We appreciate you moderating as always, big homie. We appreciate you. Much appreciation. We see you. Let's let me get that. Aloha Berry Bags. We love the avatar. Okay, let me get another like on. I appreciate the likes, big homie. So we talking about Jim Jones in Jonestown, the Marxist communist cult leader. Yo, started the People's Temple in Indiana in 1955. His primary goal at that time, he's another one that's at both ends of the spectrum, and we'll discuss that. At that time, he was trying to he wanted to bring all races under one roof, if you will, to hear him preach and hear the gospel. And if you know anything about Indiana, especially during that time, that is, Indiana is the home of the Ku Klux Klan. So he was not well received within the right-wing conservative party. He was too friendly to blacks for their liking, but he got a lot of street cred, if you will, amongst the civil rights leaders. So 1955, he started the People's Temple, and once again, the majority of his congregation was black people. So what he started to do was, over time, he was so charismatic that people started giving him all of their assets, if you will, from Social Security checks to everything they had saved in the bank. So that allowed him to, or allowed the church, the People's Temple, to start to acquire different properties. So, he was able to provide people of color with housing and food. But, at the other end of the spectrum, he was ultra paranoid. So he believed that nuclear war was inevitable and that it would hit the Midwest, where Indiana was located. So between that paranoia, along with the fact that you had that racist right wing, basically MAGA before MAGA, that didn't appreciate the fact that he was trying to bring black people and white people together, he pretty much decided it was time to leave Indiana. And he relocated the People's Temple to Northern California. And when he got to Northern California, it was the same setup for the most part, as far as individuals handing over their assets to him, because they really believed in what he was trying to accomplish. Like I stated at the onset, he was a left-wing Marxist, communist, socialist. So he believed in trying to provide for the people. But what started to happen there was, once he got to Northern California, that's when the congregation really grew. It really grew by leaps and bounds. They would go on long recruiting trips throughout California and throughout the entire country. And, just pretty much telling people, if you join our congregation, we'll for the most part take care of you. But once again, going back to the other end of the spectrum, what book say? Hold up. Is he a tourist? I'm not sure if he's a tourist or not. I'm not sure. That part of it I gotta look up. I appreciate that like, big homie. I'm not sure what his sign is. That's what I gotta look up. Once again, him being at both ends of the spectrum, he had complete control over these individuals' lives. So if you got out of line, once again, abuse was taking place. So anytime you have one individual that can control a large group of individuals and he has a large following, that has a lot of political power. So he started rubbing elbows for the most part with a lot of political leaders. And, there's even a famous picture of him shaking hands with the future First Lady of the United States, Mrs. Carter, Jimmy Carter's wife. So he was able to influence elections, if you will, because he had, such a big congregation behind him, and they could promote who they wanted to promote to be elected. So, let's see. Let me see a book. It's a Gemini, Taurus, Gemini season. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna try to stay on topic here, and try to keep this thing on topic if we can. And we're gonna have our time to kind of branch off a little bit later. But I'm gonna try to go through this onset by staying on topic here. And the next ism is, see, I got thrown off there. He's in Northern California. The recruitment became high, political power. And once again, you had one of them situations where you had a few individuals that started to report abuse, if you will, within the congregation. So Jones started to become investigated by the authorities. So he decided it was time to move the congregation to Guyana, down in South America. So what he did was he leased some land from the government of Guyana for pretty much little or nothing, if you will. What was it? It was about 3,800 acres, which is massive. Once again, we got 3 acres here, so I can only imagine trying to control, nearly 4,000 acres. So he leased it from the government for 25 years, and the land lease was for the first 5 years was only 25 cents, which in today's money, that's about a little over $1.50. And then once you go down to year 5 and 10, I believe it jumped up to $1, which is about $6 in today's money. So yeah, it was just one of them situations where he got a ton of money for pretty much nothing. You're in danger, bro. Bro, blink 3 times if you're in danger, bro. And just one of them situations where in the last 15 years, it was the land lease was supposed to be renegotiated for the price. But essentially, he was one of the first ones to take a large group of people off grid, if you will. They used a generator for power. And I'm not sure if they were catching water or not, but they built their own housing and they decided to grow their own food. And, recruitment skyrocketed once people saw that basically he was living in his own utopia down there in the South American jungle. So it was something else. It was something else for a while. So once again, this is they moved to Guyana in 1974. So once again, 1955 it started. 1965 moved to California. Then 1974 they moved down to Guyana. So I'll get to these comments in a second. After I get done with the onset of this thing, I'll get to these comments in a second because I don't want to keep throwing off topic here. But as with anytime you got a large group of people, whether it's a podcast or, moving people off grid to Guyana, you always get some people that defect. People come and go. I say that all the time. Even with this podcast, people come and go. So you had some people that wanted to leave him. And when they did, that they actually left some of their family members behind. So when they came back to the United States, it was hard for them to get in contact with their family members. They realized that for the most part, a lot of their family members were being held hostage. So they went to the government. They went to the government to find out, what the hell is going on. And, basically you need to investigate what's going on down there. So Leo Ryan, a senator from California, led a coalition to go down there and find out what the hell was going on. And they knew Senator Ryan was coming. The people of Jonestown knew Senator Ryan was going to be making a visit. So Jim Jones had everybody, for the most part, put on a mask, basically put up this front that, hey, everything is going great. Do not let on that, there's abuse going on down here. There's malnutrition going on down here. Do not let that be known. And you can even see the famous clip from Senator Ryan when he's in their pavilion, and he's just saying, this is something that, you guys obviously have something special going on in this ism. So, I like what I see. So he also brought a news crew down there from NBC with him. And one of the members tried to get a note to Senator Ryan, but he gave it to one of the news members, one of the news crews. And the note basically said, I'm being held here against my will and I want to leave. And the lid basically came off that entire deal there. So the next day, a whole bunch of people started to pack their bags and depart. And so the whole thing was starting to fall apart. So Jim Jones at that particular moment felt like, okay, they probably gonna bring the authorities down here. Once again, he was ultra paranoid. He was addicted to drugs by that time. So as the individuals that wanted to leave started to depart with Senator Ryan and his crew, when they got to the runway where all the Cessnas were lined up, they were attacked. They got shot up. And I believe 5 of them died, including Senator Ryan. But the ones that got away, obviously, once they got back to the United States, obviously told what was going on down there. And once Jim Jones realized that all the individuals that he wanted to have executed did not perish or did not become executed, that's when they staged the famous Kool-Aid. They drunk the Kool-Aid, if you will. For a lot of people out there that don't know where that phrase comes from, it's from Jonestown. They had the vat full of flavor aid, laced with cyanide and a mixture of a bunch of other toxic drugs. And they lined up and they took it. They drank it. And roughly a little over 900 people died. I believe it was like 909. Like 900 people died. A third of those were infants and children. And 75% of those people that perished in that situation were Black people. So once again, but Jim Jones himself actually died of a gunshot wound. And people are not really sure if he died of a gunshot wound, self-inflicted, or did somebody else shoot him. So once again, it shows you how it relates to today's society, where you look at this MAGA, and that's why I shake my head when you see a lot of Black people that follow that type of ideology, this right-wing MAGA, because even though 75% of his congregation were Black, his inner circle was all white, just like you see with Trump's cabinet. You get Black people that support him, which once again I shake my head at, and but you see who he put in his cabinet. So once again, that Jonestown situation, it also reflects in today's, I appreciate that like, big homie. It also reflects in today's society with this MAGA, where, I've heard several people who have left the MAGA movement say, yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid. In other words, I fell for something that I shouldn't have fallen for. And, regardless of the lies and the negative rhetoric that is being, spoken from that particular administration, you still have some people that'll say, I'll go all the way down with the ship. I'll drink the Kool-Aid, if you will. So let me get to some of these comments here. What did Nature's Finest say? Adulting is so hard. I don't want to be big tough dad anymore. I just want to be baby. Yup. Bro, blink 3 times. Yup. Is this a red room? I can't read that. I don't understand that last one. My high is full of dumb people, of course. Yeah, they are, John. John, and the funny thing about it, John, is like we've been talking about how this stock market is manipulated. And I'm gonna get to the numbers here in a minute. The funny thing about that is you saw his tax returns come out yesterday. I'm not sure if y'all saw that. And there's evidence that he's benefiting. He basically stock trading indirectly. I mean, he'll come out here and tout or knock a company, and he's basically shorting the market or buying stocks based on some of his rhetoric. It's incredible how I'm just shocked the way there isn't some sort of law that the president is not allowed to invest in the damn stock market. This is a damn debacle. It's a damn shame. You look at his tax, you read that information about his tax returns from yesterday that got released, and he is all invested in this damn stock market. So if you're wondering why the Dow is right at 50,000, I'm gonna check the numbers right now. That's the underground casino in full effect. And once again, they're not even trying to hide it from you anymore that this damn stock market is rigged. Let me check these numbers right quick. Should definitely be a law for that. Owner, to be honest with you, up until yesterday, I didn't know that was legal. I had no damn idea that was legal. No idea whatsoever. It's incredible the way they have legally opened up this underground damn casino. And he out there touting stocks right and left, the same stocks that he's investing in. I tell you, the more you research about this administration, the more crooked. I appreciate that light, big homie. The more crooked you realize everything is. It's incredible. Let me check these numbers. That's a great segue. It's all fucking rigged. It's all rigged, big homie. It's all rigged. Let me check these numbers right quick. It's incredible. And like I always say, that's why you want to stay devoid of that damn MAGA. I say it every day on here. If that was Obama, I guarantee if that was Obama, a law would have been implemented. But once again, you obviously know how they have things set up. This MAGA is for one race of people and one gender of people. And we all know who that is. So once again, you up big. You up big on the industrials. Of course you are. 590. You're up about 1.2%. The S&P is up 69, and the NASDAQ is up 339. 1.3%. The VIX is down almost 3% to 1754. The bond market. This is the one that had got away from him, and the Treasury yield has drastically pulled back. You was up in the high 4.6s here, even through the night. Now you're down to 4.58, which is still too damn high, which is still a very, very scary number when you look at inflation and the fact that you have all of these foreign nations dumping these Treasury notes. So 4.5 is better than 4.6, but still way too high. And you got WTI. They finally got it below 100. Let's see why. U.S. crude oil falls below 100 per barrel after Trump says Iran talks in final stages. How many damn times have we heard these talks are in final stages? So, like I said, I believe I said on Monday, he better do something, and he better do something quick. Because this war and this economy is getting away from him real quick. Like, you got Brent at 104. and you got gold and silver up in tandem as the bond market yields start to retract a little bit. So let's see what we got over here. Let's see what we got over here. Is that what the Stock Act is? Is that what the Stock Act is? When you say the Stock Act, are you talking about where what government officials can't own certain types of stock? I'm not really sure what your question is. What's good? What you're interesting? We see you. Hope everything is going good at the damn canoe club, big homie. We got name, but I'm grown now. Once again, like I said before, you're gonna get a lot of silliness in this chat the closer we get to the summer, and you got individuals like this. He wants his name called out, so I'll call his name out to give him a little bit of attention. But you know, you're gonna get a lot of silliness. So once again, when the time is right, you know, we'll take action and time them out. But for right now, they're good for nothing but just bringing other people into the chat. So once again, we'll simply adjust. It's to avoid insider trading with Congress. Okay, is that the official name for it? Because if it is a law, it sure to hell is not being implemented, because everybody and their mother know that this damn stock market is completely run by insider trading. So we appreciate that Obama made it a law. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was not aware of that. It sure to hell is not being implemented. That's for damn sure. So I appreciate that insight. I was not aware of that. And once again, like they say, there's a lot of laws in this country, but if they're not enforced, what good is it? And this law is obviously not being enforced, because it's pretty obvious that the stock market is nothing but an underground, janky ass insider casino. So yeah. So once again, the channel is going to be you know, our topic today is you know, Jonestown. And, you know, we always try to veer off into current events. And then, you know, we deal with some of the silliness in the chat as time goes on. But I'm going to also be branching off into, you know, I've always been a true crime buff pretty much since I was a teenager. You know, lots of times true crime history and true crime stories, they always relate back to politics. So look for some of that in the future as well. So yeah. I appreciate that, owner. Yeah, bunch of lawbreakers in Congress. It's sad. A bunch of they are. And the funny thing about that, Spiffy, on both sides of the damn aisle. That Eric Swalwell, how dumb can you be? You know, he was pretty much a lock. He was pretty much a damn lock for governor of California. And shit, women coming out of the damn woodwork on him worse than they did Bill Cosby. And I forget the other Hispanic congressman's name that recently resigned. If somebody can jog my memory, I would really appreciate it. But he was up on all kind of, I believe, harassment charges. So it's on both sides of the aisle. And I've mentioned this before. That it's one of those things where they say once you become a senator or congressman, if you will, you pretty much have no one to answer to. I mean, you pretty much like running your own company, and you pretty much have no one to answer to. So, you know, you don't know what the hell is going on in the halls of Congress. And you know Congress is scandalous when you have that monkey at 1600 doing all the dirt that he's doing. Basically is getting ready to bring this country as well as the world financial system to its knees, and they won't do anything about it. I mean, the petrodollar is at stake here, because like I said, I'm real curious to see how these so-called talks with Iran is going to go, because I don't see Iran coming off that straight, and I sure the hell don't see us being taking advantage of the petrodollar anymore. So I'm real curious to see how all this is going to go down, because once again, you had another taco situation where Trump always chickens out. So I guess next week is supposed to be the week that he blows them back into the Stone Age if these talks don't go well. I mean, right now, I think myself and everybody else has a damn violin out. So this is absolutely silly. Yup. So let's see. Interest says similar stuff going on in the UK, not insider trading so much, but Stamner appointed Peter Mandelson as ambassador to the US despite knowing about his links to Epstein. That Epstein deal, interesting, is coming out more and more. This shit is worldwide. Them Epstein tentacles, they worldwide. Yep. So it makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder, you know, who really is the adult in the room. And like I keep saying, you know, at my age, 56 years old, I appreciate them likes, big homie. I'm not sure if I'll be around to ever see it. But one of these days, you're going to see either a law being implemented or the people basically speaking with their vote as far as, no, we don't want any more ultra millionaires and these billionaires running everything anymore because they're too damn scandalous. Money corrupts. I mean, from the US all the way, like Interesting just said, to the UK. You know, it's just a reflection on the people at the bottom. And how in the hell, like I always say, how in the hell you got Donald Trump that's supposed to be a billionaire, supposedly a billionaire? How in the hell can he relate to the average person? How the hell can you relate to the average person that is paying in Hawaii? I think we're paying like $5.60 a gallon. Starlink down on me. Oh man. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got some rainy weather out here, so y'all bear with me. It's still raining in this motherfucker, so Starlink might trip out every now and then. But yeah, let me see here. What we got here? Go for it. Israel flag and communist flag. Yeah. What do you have a Chewbacca? Do you have a is there a problem with the flags? Do you got something against the flags? And like I always say, it's so funny how first let me see if you'll answer my first question. Because you done already stuck your hand in some shit. And I'll get to that in a second. You got the Israeli flag and the communist flag. And do you have a problem with those flags? I believe, like Skylar said yesterday on Monday, those are the American flags. But both these damn flags is controlling your so-called president. So, so once again, I'll ask you: do you have a problem with these flags? I mean, with your name being Chewbacca, is that like a playoff with Chewbacca? So I guess you didn't. I guess you didn't think I was gonna put you on Front Street with your comment. No, they have a problem with the tree. Of course they do. Of course they do. But I want to keep him on Front Street for it. Yeah, exactly, Spiffy. Exactly. But I want to keep him on Front Street since he came in here with talking about the Israeli flag and the communist flag. Now you obviously look like, based on your screen name, you obviously have something against the Israeli flag. So I'll ask you, what about the green and yellow flag? What flag is that? I appreciate that like, big homie. What flag is that? And by now, as many damn times as I've talked about it on this podcast, I'll be shocked if you don't know. Because obviously you've been in here before. So what is the green and yellow flag? You didn't comment on that flag. Chewbacca, you sound like a fool. Because you know nothing about political history and you know nothing about political science. And like I say, the people that I feel sorry for, when people like you make these comments, aloha Yasmin, we see you. The reason why IRGC flag, No, I don't see one of those flags up there. Once again, the people I feel sorry for are the true Palestinians that are suffering in Gaza and in southern Lebanon. Because see, you're probably an American who, is so-called in vogue now to talk against Israel and, flags that you recognize. When at the end of the day, you really know nothing about the people that are suffering. And you prove that by not responding to any of my questions. So once again, we use people like you and your comments to just bring other people into the room because you're obviously a low IQ individual. There's way too much anti-Semitism. It's awful in the UK. Jewish people who lived here their entire lives are being forced to leave the country because of it. Dean Johnson. I'm not sure if you're calling me stupid. I'll get to your question in a second, Yasmin. Yeah. And the bad part about it, the bad part about it is every flag up here, from the Israeli flag to the Soviet flag to the yellow and green flag, which I'm gonna get to in a second. They've all done atrocities to people. But for some reason, that Israeli flag, people on that. They are on that. I can point to atrocities by both of these, by all three of these flags. So, once again, it shows the low IQ and the stupidity of people. And once again, it goes back to today's topic where you have too many people that drink the Kool-Aid. They get around a group of people that don't like some flag or whatever and go, well, I don't know shit about that flag, but yeah, my buddies and everybody I'm hanging around, whoever I look up to, they're talking negative about the flag. So I guess I'll start to talk negative about the flag. It'd be different if they knew what the hell they was talking about. And once again, I don't know if Dean Johnson was talking to me or what, but no, Yasmin, the green and yellow flag, that's the flag for Hezbollah. That's the flag for Hezbollah, who is trained and funded by the IRGC or Iran. But no, that's not the IRGC flag. Could you? Yeah, that's the Hezbollah flag. That was a great segue, Spiff. Yup. That's the Hezbollah guerrillas. That's who Israel invaded 3 times. When they were located in southern Lebanon, once again, funded and trained by the IRGC from Iran. And that's why I always say on this podcast every day, you're going to be over there in that strait for a while, because you not only got to subdue Iran, Israel or Miriam wants your ass to subdue Hezbollah. Located right there in southern Lebanon, 1978, 1982, and 2006, Israel invaded southern Lebanon. They tried to push back the PLO and then to try to subdue Hezbollah. So the Israelis wouldn't be able to do the atrocities without the help of the British and the U.S. I agree with you wholeheartedly, JJ. That's why they say this whole thing is a proxy war. You got proxies going all throughout this world. Yep. They need the funding. They need the training by Big Brother. And Big Brother is basically fighting the fight, or Little Brother is fighting the fight for the Big Brother in many cases. So yes, you're exactly right. Let's see. Interesting says everyone has, really, the British Empire did. Everyone. You got to understand something. These flags, they represent people. And you show me one motherfucker that's dead or alive that hasn't done something bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Except for MAGA. You let them tell it. They're the only perfect human beings on this planet. So I misspoke there. Other than the great pure white MAGA, everyone else has done something that they're not proud of. Once again, like I say all the time, we all have a public life, a private life, and a secret life. So, Lebanon. My nephews are Lebanese. They are not guerrillas. They are freedom fighters. Viva Lebanon. Well, if they're part of if they're a part of Hezbollah, Al-Qassam brigade, they guerrillas. That's why they called Hezbollah guerrillas. So I don't know anything about your nephew or your family member. So I'm not sure why you even made that comment, Yasmin. I mean, because the way you phrase that, you make it sound like I'm calling one of your family members a guerrilla. No, I said the flag represents Hezbollah, the Hezbollah guerrillas. So once again, please don't put words in my mouth. Interesting. The British Empire invented the concentration camp. They were used in the Boer War in South Africa. Then there's all the massacres, notably in Amritsar in India, where they were over 400 deaths. Oh yeah. The Britain's got his hand in a lot of shit. Vietnam, even going back to the Middle East. When you talk about how Israel was formed, when you look at the nucleus of a lot of wars, Britain has his hands in it. Yup. And at the end of the day, if I'm not mistaken, that's why they still have the most valuable currency on this planet. I believe the British pound is still the most valuable currency on this planet, if I'm not mistaken, even though the pound has lost a lot of its value. So yeah. But like I say about these podcasts, people come and go all the time. Like I said, I've been doing this for 2-3 years now, and people come and go all the time, just like it goes back to Jonestown. So, I mean, a podcast is just like in your personal life. People come and go in your life all the damn time. So, are you under a bridge? Are you under a bridge? Epic bird? Right? No, not at all. I am just saying that there are Lebanese in my extended family, and Lebanese don't want their land stolen. Yeah, no one wants their land stolen. And I appreciate you not putting words in my mouth. I appreciate that. But who wants their land stolen? I mean, no one wants, even if you don't own a bunch of property, no one wants their door kicked in and somebody telling you to get the hell out. No one wants that. Of course not. Mr. Kaj, what up? Your designated intelligence agent has arrived. Let's see. It's wild how the British and us are the first to call people terrorists for defending themselves when they have killed the most people by far. Once again, it all goes back to drinking that Kool-Aid. That's why I have the podcast I have today. It all goes back to drinking that Kool-Aid. Yep. Like I say, in America, as a child, every American knows that in fucking school, you got to put your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. And that's the part we laugh about. It got to the point in high school, I think, when was it? Maybe 11th grade. I was maybe like in the 10th grade. We stopped standing up saying that shit. It was like a group of like 4 or 5 of us. We was like, give us a fucking break. And you see, I still know that motherfucker. They instilled that in us. I appreciate that, like, big homie. They instilled that in us since we was knee high to the curb, since kindergarten. And they don't say anything about the atrocities that this country has created or advanced or executed. Nothing. They tell nothing about the negative part. Once again, these flags, all they do is represent people. And there ain't a perfect person walking this damn planet that I have seen yet. So, who is this? Once again, Epics, I asked you, are you under a bridge? Let me see it. Razzling. Thinking the British people invented camps for slaves is wild. Africans were enslaving each other long before the British Empire existed. Yeah, there's been slavery since probably the beginning of time. Probably even before recorded history, sure. But I concentrate on slavery that happened in this country. because that is what affects me and mine. So sure, you know, anytime you bring up slavery, especially with that MAGA, because I will assume, who was that? Raslin, I'm not sure. Thinking the British people have been in camps for slaves as well. Africans were, because Raslin, I believe you're not MAGA. I believe I recognized you from before, but I don't know. When we talk about slavery, I like to keep it to this country, because that is what affects me and mine today. So your comment doesn't say that you're MAGA, so I'm not sure. But yeah, you're exactly right. What you stated, you're exactly right. Take that flag down. Take that flag down, Unc. I tell you what. Let's not and say I did. Yeah, the Jew flag gotta go. Yeah, okay. So what about the other flags? Like I said, how come y'all don't ever talk negative about the other flags? Because you know nothing about the other flags. And it's not cool in your little circle of friends to talk about the other flags. That's why you sound so damn silly. Interesting talking to him. What I was trying to say about, because I am an anti-Semite. Okay, so what? So what? You want to know a very easy way for the flag to come down? For this Jewish flag to come down? All you got to do is take one of your thumbs and swipe up and get the fuck out of here. And then that flag will disappear like that, because you're a fool. Slavery is universal. Shut up already. I tell you what, Prairie Wolf. I tell you what you're pissed off about is you don't like the fact that I said I like to concentrate on slavery in this country, because this country was built on slavery, and it was not built on the so-called intelligent minds of one race of people. That's what you pissed off about. That's what you like to deflect. You don't like to hear the fact that this country was built on slavery, and to this very day, this country is propped up by foreign nations. Because when you look yourself in the mirror, you want to look at your blonde hair and blue eyes and say, I am the most perfect being ever created, when nothing can be further from the damn truth. So that's what your statement says to me. And you know what? Just like I told whoever that Mr. Miyagi how to get rid of the flag by swiping up. If you want me to shut up, all you got to do is take one of your sorry ass thumbs, take it out of your stupid ass, take one of your damn thumbs and go, bloop. Shit, you can make me shut up easily. Or, you know, on one of your cheap ass, janky ass phone that you can't afford, turn the volume down. I'm easy to, you could easily make me shut up. But I'm not. You sorry. You ain't brown. You ain't brown. And that's right. They just can't. That's right. Maybe you are brown, because they do have a new Oreo cookie out called that's caramel. The crust is not black. It's brown, and it's still got that white filling. So all you are is one of them damn new style Oreos. So shut the hell up. Have you heard of the Sabra Shatala massacre? I know I ain't heard of it, because I can't even pronounce it. The IDF killed 3,500 women and children. Civilians led the men away and killed their family to demoralize them. That's how they work. Nothing new. Oh yeah. I mean, like I say, every flag up here, you can point to atrocities. I haven't heard of what you're saying, but without a doubt, I wouldn't doubt that it's true. And I appreciate that light, big homie. I appreciate that light. I'm being censored. You're not important enough to be censored, Mr. Miyagi. You're not important enough to be censored. Your life is crap, and your life sucks. That's why you come in here all the time. When there's 50 million damn YouTube channels that you can go to, but you still come in here because your life sucks. You're not important enough to be censored. I appreciate that light, big homie. Like I say, I've had a day of rest. I'm ready to take you motherfucking maggots on one by one. Craziest wall I've ever seen on here. Well, you're entitled to your opinion as far as it crazy. You can call it crazy. I call it creative. I call it artistic. I call it educational. but you're more than welcome. Because sometimes, the word crazy can mean that you like something. If I see a really nice card I like, I go, damn, that shit is crazy. So, I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but you are definitely entitled to your opinion. The one thing I will say, you won't find another wall like this on the internet. I'll say that. What's with that painting on the right? Looks dope. Now, your right, you got to describe it. Which one you talking about here? Because your right might be different than my right. Which one you talking about, Jesse James? Why do you have those flags? Just curious. Because if you get a chance, Zerks, check out the description of the podcast. Yeah, we talk political science. We talk political history, and I'm an artist. So I try to visualize, I try to paint what I talked about in the morning. I'll paint that picture at night, what I talked about in the morning. If I made that, if I didn't completely confuse you. But yeah, I like to visualize things. It all relates to political history and political science. Yeah. It just it's also here to teach people certain things. And it gives me an opportunity to learn certain things. And it also makes a lot of people look stupid because they think they know about politics and they don't know a damn thing. So that's the reason for the wall. And it will continue to evolve. I sub. You seem super cool. Art is the best form of expression. I appreciate you, Jesse James. I appreciate you. Now, with a name like Jesse James, I'm sure you got plenty of money. Now you hit that super chat. I appreciate you subbing, big homie. I appreciate you. OG, do you have an opinion on 9/11? 9/11 was fixed. I really do believe that. That's another thing y'all got to realize. I'm 2,000 originals deep. I got a bunch of older political paintings that I left in California. So I think 9/11 was fixed. I've seen a lot of documentaries on it, and I don't know. That like they say, one of the things one conspiracy theory that I've heard that has always stuck with me, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, but there has never been a building that has collapsed from fire. There's only been two, and that's the World Trade Center 1 and 2. So I don't know. As far as it being fixed, I question if the U.S. government knew or not. Sometimes I really think maybe Bush may have known, but all at the same time, at the other end of the spectrum, the way the United States has treated a lot of foreign nations, you had a group of people that wanted revenge. So you just don't know. And like I say, when you look at Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore, I appreciate that like, big homie. When you look at Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore, it makes you question a lot. The one that floored me was when they showed that clip of the damn Taliban coming out of the White House. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So I would strongly suggest, if you haven't seen Fahrenheit 9/11 by Michael Moore, I haven't seen it in a while. So I need to brush up on some of the facts in there. But after I saw Fahrenheit 9/11, I was like, these motherfuckers, they fixed this thing. And what was it? World Trade Center 7 that didn't get hit had a lot of important files and compromising information. Once again, you going back to Mossad and Miriam on that one. And why the hell did that one collapse when it didn't even get hit? So I'll put it to you like this. I just don't believe that Al-Qaeda hijacked these planes and ran them into the World Trade Center, into the Pentagon, and that was the end of the story. No, there's definitely more to that story. Now, what that is, I'm sure we'll never know. What's good with your peace overflows? The Israeli flag probably won't last much longer. You never know. You never know. Let me go back up here. I missed some. Carl Jonestown, Dad. See, the reason why I go ahead and call out people's names is because, you know, like that situation that happened down in San Diego. I believe it was Monday after I got off, where you had those two youths that, you know, did that horrible atrocity and then did that to themselves. See, you have a lot of people like this Carl Johnson, who is he's probably struggling in his life. So I like to, you know, I'd rather for people to come in here and call me names and say silly shit here, and maybe that'll uplift their day, so they don't go out and do something stupid to somebody else or something stupid to themselves. So if you notice, you know, I'm just going ahead and calling out their name and, you know, giving them their 15 minutes of fame or 15 seconds of fame, because I'd rather do that than have them hurt somebody or commit some violent crime or hurt themselves. So if y'all wondering why I'm accepting all of this, that's why. Because somebody has to be the damn adult in the room. So let me go back up. There's a group of Israelis celebrating on a roof nearby as the towers fell, which is true. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Without a doubt. Like I said, we could be, I mean, and I don't want to jump too far into that. Who was that? That was Zerks. I don't want to jump too far into that because I don't want to, I'm going to do a podcast on that here in the future about 9/11, of course. So I don't want to jump too far into that, but make sure you save your whoop-de-whoop. What did JJ? It would hurt my heart if it was. All of those civilians gone for what? An excuse to invade Iraq? That's a damn shame. Building 7 looked like a controlled demolition. All three of them look like a controlled demolition when you look closely. But like I said, I don't want to jump into it right now. I want to keep some of that meat on the bone for a future podcast. I read Peace Overflows. How does their passport survive? Thank you. Thank you. Once again, the Pentagon is definitely a missile. It's part of the bill. See, I definitely got to do this 9/11 because I can see that's going to be a hot topic. So once again, if I'm kind of overlooking your oh, hold on, I'm gonna get to this Ministry of History for a second. If I'm kind of overlooking your 9/11 comments, it's because I want to talk about that in a future podcast. Ministry of History, Jew. Are you calling me a Jew? Because like I say on here all the time, once again, the individual that I think it might have been Zerks, I'm not sure, that asked why I have these flags up. That's because of stupid people, just like this Ministry of History. Because what Jew do you know has a flag of fucking Hezbollah on his damn wall? But see, he doesn't know what that flag is because he's stupid. Because he's a low IQ individual. And that's why I believe, I apologize if I got the name wrong, but I believe it was Zerks who asked, why did I put this wall up the way I did? To make people like this so-called minister, ain't got the nerve to call itself Ministry of History and don't know a damn thing about history. You tell me, chat, you tell me what one Jew on this damn planet also has a flag of Hezbollah up. You see how stupid these, thank you for them hearts. That's how stupid these people are. I told you. This so-called politics, it's a fad now. And it's a shame that you have people in foreign countries, like in Gaza and other places like that are dying by the day and living under them horrible conditions. And you got people that's living right here in the United States, like this Ministry of History, that's living in pure comfort in the suburbs. They're trying to act like they bout it and don't know a damn thing about Nathan. I appreciate them likes, big homie. Let me see here. He's not doing this. Yeah, Zerks, you. I appreciate you. You wasting your breath talking to these dumbass people. They're good for one thing, bringing more fucking people into the chat. Iran gonna touch the White House one day. All I can do is tell you this, Peace Overflows. I don't know if that's true or not, but I would really appreciate that kind of talk, not on the podcast, because like I said, I need this channel. I appreciate that like, big homie. I need this channel, and I really don't want that kind of rhetoric in here. I would really appreciate if you would refrain from saying stuff like that, because you have a MAGA base. They're as sensitive as a newborn kitten. So, I would really appreciate if that kind of talk is not put into this chat, because, like I say, they're really soft and sensitive people. And, a lot of those people take things the wrong way. So I would appreciate it. Let's see what Zig and Zag look like in controlled demolition. Let's see here. Boy, y'all really y'all want that 9/11. All right, it's coming soon. I'm not going to tell you when, but it's coming soon. We're going to talk about 9/11 here. I can see y'all chomping at the fucking bit for that one. Damn. So hold on. Actually, they are usually victim card all the time. I'm not sure. Ministry of History. You've made yourself. You're invisible to us now. You're only good for one thing: bringing other people into the room, because you look like a fool. Yep, Jasmine knows the IDF are the most disgusting people on this earth today. Some people say that. Some people say that. You get a lot of people out there that don't like the IDF. Like I say, in my 56 years, I can point to damn near I shouldn't say damn near, I can point to every nation on this planet, and they've all done atrocities. But yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Our government lies, like when they catch a kid with something they're not supposed to have, and they just put it behind their back. That's exactly what you see going on. Zerks. Peace overflows. They want to continue any and all wars to feed Americans into the genocide machine, without a doubt. And that's the funny thing. I appreciate that like, big homie. And that's the funny thing, peace overflows. He ran, and that monkey at 1600 ran on, yeah, nigga, ain't gonna be no more forever wars. Ain't gonna be no more high-ass prices. Ain't gonna be no more forever wars, and I'm gonna stop the damn war in the Ukraine on day one. Give me a fucking break. Let's not all laugh at the same damn time. What up, Triple OGG? What's good with your street beater? We see you. What hood you from, street beater? Where you from, G? Zerk says, wait till they find out about the president is just a mouth for the true leaders of our world to speak through. Well, a lot of people say what you just said. I've heard that many times. Let me scroll down. Oh shit. Hold up. I'm missing. Movie, Leave the World Behind. Good movie. I haven't seen that. Peace overflows. I have not seen that. Some people come in here all the time. They ask for book and movie recommendations. There's one for you. Leave the World Behind. LOL Paradise. Real talk, Zig and Zag. Our political leaders are puppets. Our votes don't matter. What they want set in place will be set in place regardless. And this administration that you have now is set in place by Miriam. The reason why you got this high ass oil, and the reason why your ass is stuck over there in that strait, is because of Miriam. And that's why he can talk about Iran peace talks, and we coming to the end of this thing and all that bullshit. What Miriam want, she don't want peace in the Middle East. She don't want the US and Iran to come to an agreement. She wants Iran eliminated. So when I hear about all these peace talks, I take all that shit with a grain of damn salt. Because Miriam run this show, big homie. Child killer. I'm not sure who you're calling a child killer. The Flash. I'm really not sure who you're calling a child killer. Maybe you'll expand on that. Let's see. Yasmin says the difference is we all can see the slaughter in real time. Heartbreaking on all sides. Yeah, that is one sad thing, Yasmin, about 24-hour news coverage, podcasts, and all that. We seeing it in real time, and it really is a sad thing. Peace overflows. Nepal teenagers busted whole in corrupt government. You keep mentioning about these Nepal teenagers. I gotta research that. You done said that a few times in here. Now I done finally click with my ass. I need to research that. I'm gonna look into that. Well, I haven't seen what the hell is going on with these Nepal teenagers. You said that a few times. So thank you for giving me an extra homework assignment tonight. Let's see. Digger Nettler. We was gangs in street, right, Jamal? I guess that's somebody that didn't get enough attention growing up. So once again, chat, let's all look at his name, because once again, like I just explained, you have a group of individuals that are coming up now, usually younger individuals. And if your ass is under 18, you need to get out of this room. But you got a group of people that's 18 to 25-year-old that are possibly going to be getting drafted here soon. And so I'd rather for them to come into here and so-called insult me than to go out and hurt somebody else or hurt themselves. So let's see here. S-Dub, what a shame having a fake country flag like Israel. So what about the other flags? What do you know? Who was this? And once again, y'all hold up a second. We got Sub-Dub. What about the other two flags that are up there? Sub-Dub? What's your opinion of those two flags? Let's watch how let's see this low IQ individual, how he answers this question. And I'm gonna get to everybody else's comment in a second. But I'm gonna hold the chat for a second. Sub-Dub, we're waiting. Yes, you are a low IQ individual. Yes, we know that. I just said that. My question to you is, what about the other two flags that are up here? What is your opinion of those? What do you know about the other two flags, Sub-Dub? We know you're a low IQ individual. I appreciate that. I appreciate that Page 2 Bullion. I appreciate you. Thank you, Page 2. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gold coin, big homie. I appreciate you. The one I mentioned was stolen from the people. That's not what I asked you. So since you obviously don't know your asshole from your elbow, I'm going to go on and read some of the other higher IQ individuals' comments, because you're a low IQ individual and you stuck your hand in some shit. Now you got to put that same hand up to your damn mouth and nose to take your foot out of your mouth, and now you'll be smelling shit for the next week. So I'll go back to some of the stuff I missed here. Peace overflow. 1,600 Black Americans were never slaves. Opposite, they own white slaves. True. That possibly is true. Like I said, I'm by no means an expert on slavery, so I can take your word for it. John says 9 out of the top 10 poor states are red states, but they want you to believe. Thank you, John. But they want you to believe that, everyone of color is being propped up by EBT in the welfare system. Thank you for that comment, John. Who is me? Y'all hold the chat. The regulars in here, y'all know why my motherfucking ass is giggling. Who is Miriam? Adelson. That's why we dedicated. It's kind of dark in here today. I don't even know if you can see. I don't know if you can see you probably can zoom in. We have a plaque dedicated to that very question, because we get that question a lot. Miriam, hold on, chat. Let me check the numbers. I'm going to get back to y'all whoop-de-whoop in a second. Miriam is the reason why. Who is Miriam? It tickles me every time. Miriam is the reason why you at $98 a damn barrel with WTI and Brent's at 105. And Miriam is the reason why the damn bond market and the 10-year yield is 4.57. So who was that asked that? That's VG8719. So if you look up Miriam Adelson, a whole lot of shit that's happening in the world today will start to make more sense, big homie. Miriam is evil satanic witch. Gives up world's babies to ball. Probably so. Like I said, there's a whole lot I know about Miriam, but there's a hell of a lot more I probably don't know about her. The one thing about Miriam, she worth 40 billion and she can buy fucking elections. So you gotta look up, who was that? 8719, you gotta look up Miriam Adelson, and a whole lot of shit will start to fall in place. JJ says, people think you're a supporter of Israel. I don't think they understand why you have it. They could just ask, but people are quick to make assumptions. And even more so than that, JJ, they don't even have to ask. All they gotta do is go look at the damn description of the damn podcast of the channel, and then they will go, oh, he's talking about political science and political history. Oh, my dumbass didn't realize that. Oh, but they're low IQ and they're lazy. So what they're good for is bringing more people into the podcast. Everyone on this planet is good for something. And that's what they're good for, JJ. Zerks, he talking to Peace Overflows. Oh, okay, so he talking to Peace Overflows, so I'm gonna keep moving here. Who we got? We got Grave. Brother, don't let others rent space in your head. Come on, man. I'm 56 years old. Shit, this motherfucker. I stopped renting out rooms in my head many, many years ago. I get a kick out of these damn people. I get a kick out of them. That's why I started this podcast. That's why I started this damn podcast. The one thing that has surprised me, who was that? That was Grave. I really didn't realize, Grave. I really didn't realize how many dumbass people was out there in the world till I started podcasting. Damn, you got some dumbass people. Who's this? S-Dub, low IQ. Yeah. Yes, you are a low IQ. We know that, motherfucker. You ain't got to keep telling us. I appreciate that like, big homie. We know that. Why don't you do us a favor? Change that sorry-ass S-Sub screen name and change it to low IQ. So we can look at it and see it constantly. Yes, you're a low IQ individual. And there's nothing you can say in this chat to redeem yourself. Nothing. Page 2. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Page 2 Bullion. I appreciate your support, big homie. Page 2 Bullion. I gotta keep that in mind. Because I want to make sure I thank you at the end. Page 2 Bullion. Page 2 Bullion. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate your support, big homie. And S-Dub, I'm gonna keep on moving because we have some high IQ individuals in here, and I'd rather spend my brain power and my oxygen on them. Jews lies that Africans were shipped on ships. Whites were shipped. Well, possibly, like I said. By no means, I appreciate that like, big homie. By no means do I know every aspect of history. Possibly. There it is. It just popped up on the screen right there. Did somebody else give me something? Somebody else gave me something. I appreciate you. I believe that was Page 2 Bullion. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. If that was somebody else, I got to go down and see who that was. Yeah, every race has been enslaved. Yup. Michael Cannon. Shit in the sink. Don't shit in the shit. Let the shit sink in. Shit. That was that. I don't know if that was a riddle or I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know if that was a riddle or an insult or shit. I mean, you got it. I guess. I shit in the toilet. Why with that nasty flag behind you? Which one? There's 3 flags behind me. Which one? Hold on. We got Elk Slayer. He doesn't have an avatar, so he's MAGA. Which one? Elk? Now I gotta scroll all the way down for Elk's comment. For his answer. Which one? Where's Elk? There you go. There you go, Street Beater. We're gonna wait on Elk to answer the question. I'm gonna keep reading here. And like I said, I apologize if I missed some of these because they're coming real fast now. Miriam, I like Street Beater's comment. Miriam Adelson, $300 million donated to Donald Trump for the presidency. Thank you. And that's the reason why your ass is still stuck in the damn straight. And I appreciate that like, big homie. Let me scroll down and see if Elk answered me. No, he didn't answer me because he knows that he done stuck his hand in some shit. So I'll go back up here. Smoking that Miriam pack. Reggie Long, I'm just sitting back enjoying the show. That's great, Reggie. That's what the podcast is here for. Yeah, you can sit back and enjoy the show. Bro lives in the shed. He's obviously young, so we'll keep rolling here. S-Dub, like I said, you're good for nothing but bringing people into the chat, and you got your buddy Kobe. You must have called your buddy Kobe, who probably can't play a lick of damn basketball. Got the nerve to call himself Kobe. Nah, he's calling people low IQ. Yeah, I'm calling people like you low IQ, Kobe, because you're low IQ. If the shoe fits, wear it. Okay. Zerks. Yep, Zerks is telling old boy to apply for a job. Let's see here. We got peace overflows. Paradise lives in a castle. No chemtrails, no data centers, no neighbors. Yeah, like it's just like, I appreciate that peace overflows, but it's just like with everything else. It's just the premise of the podcast. You know, you can tell these people this, that, and the other, just like family members tried to tell people, leave Jonestown. I appreciate that like, big homie. Get your ass out of Jonestown. And these people, they'll never listen. They'll never listen. They low IQ. They brainwashed. And they know their entitlement is at stake. And the longer they stay over there in that strait. Sent chill for okay, that was Frank. That was Frank Cuso. I appreciate you, Frank Cuso, and pays 2 billion once again. I'm thanking y'all now because sometimes I'll be forgetting. I read so many screen names, sometimes I'll be forgetting. So once again, I want to thank Frank Cuso and pays 2 billion. I appreciate y'all, big homie. What's good, OG? We see you, Cud Map. What hood you from, big homie? We see you. Reggie Long. Well, we know for sure the Irish and the Scots were slaves. Like I say, if you do enough research through the history of time, I'm sure you can probably say that with every country out there. He's busting out rhymes like Big L. Peace overflows. People jealous of you, Paradise, living free, happy on your land. Oh, you know what? Like I said, like I've been saying in here, peace overflows. I'd rather for them to come in here and disrespect me, whether they're jealous or what the hell. I don't know what their motivations are. I'd rather for them to come in here and disrespect me, and that uplifts their day versus them going out harming somebody else with violence or harming themselves with violence. So, yeah, like I said, I can take it at the end of the day. That's no problem. I appreciate your comment, Peace Overflows. SchizoTube. Well, let me ask you this. If this is SchizoTube, why are you here? VG 8719. If this is SchizoTube, why are you here? That is a question. That is a question. Why are you here? Now let's see how he answers this. Let's see how this low IQ individual answers this. And see, they can't stand when I use the term low IQ individual, because see, that's supposed to be the term coined by their Jim Jones towards, black and brown people. So they can't stand when I call them that. That's why I'm going to keep calling them that. So once again, if this is SchizoTube, why are you here? Let me get comfortable for this silly ass non-answer. Because usually when I ask that, they usually run out of the room. You're cringe watching. So you mean to fucking tell me your life is so damn sorry? Stop calling me brother. You're motherfucker. My brothers are much higher quality and much smarter than you. So on my worst day, you'll never be my brother. So once again, I'll say this: if your life is so damn sorry that you got to get online to watch a podcast that makes you cringe, you mean to tell me, motherfucker, with all the women in the world, all the businesses that you could be starting, all the other shit that you could be doing, your life is so damn sorry that you get online and find a podcast and continue to watch a podcast and continue to comment about a podcast that makes you cringe. Is your life that damn sorry? My goodness gracious. I hope I'm never in your boat. Never in your boat. Let's see here. What the fuck else? Yeah. Zerk says, VG, are you mentally unwell? Well, once again, Wonder, I'll ask you the same question as I asked that. I don't even remember his name because I try not to lock in stupidity names in my brain. If you're questioning why if I'm mentally well or not, why are you here? Because let's just assume something. Let's just assume I'm not mentally well. Motherfucker, you don't have the medical experience or the medical expertise to help me. So why the fuck are you here? Oh, now you done stuck your hand in some shit. There you go. Who's next? How many rocks smoked today? There you go. Yep. Go wash. You look dirty. Yeah. Let me find something. Not your base opinion, first of all. Impression you like these. They of course they like what I'm talking about, Zerks. Zerks, they not only like what I'm talking about, they're learning from my black ass. And you know what else they really like, Zerks? You know what else they really like? So let me stand out of the way. They like this fucking wall. These motherfuckers love this damn wall. They love this wall. They love it. That's why I put it up there. I ain't been a damn visual artist for 25 years. I know how to create eye candy. They love this fucking wall. That's why they come up in here. Let's see. We'll give you $5 if you do a handstand. The problem is we got two problems with that. Wonder. The biggest one is you don't have $5 to give. And number two, I don't know how to do a handstand. So we'll move on. I just pulled up. What's going on here? What's up with you, Steve? The best thing for you to do, sir, is take 2.5 seconds. I appreciate that like, big homie. Take 2.5 seconds and go check out what this channel is all about. And that'll answer that question. You're an uncle, Ruckus. Yeah. Wonder Kid, I pray all your weed is made. Many haters unhappy with life. Lost hope. Lost hope, peace overflows. And like I said, after what I saw on Monday, that's when I decided, I'm going to kind of change a little bit of the tone of my podcast, because you have a lot of lost young individuals out there. Like them two motherfuckers had their whole damn life ahead of them. Not to mention, I believe the 3 other people that they killed. So I said, man, maybe these kids just, or I shouldn't even say kids, maybe a lot of these youngsters, because like I said, if you're under 18, get your ass out of this podcast. But you got a lot of 18 to 25-year-olds, man, that maybe if, they came into a podcast like this and was able to just express their frustration, maybe they wouldn't do some of the violent shit that they do. I appreciate that like. Maybe they wouldn't do some of the violent shit that they do to others and to themselves. So I figured, okay, you want to come in here and get your rocks off, and maybe that will help you make it through the day, and maybe that'll change your life for the better. I'm here, big homie. I'm here. Y'all, you can make fun of my ass, you can make fun of my so-called shed, you can make fun of my hair, all that. Just don't go out hurting other people or hurting yourself. That's all I ask. Let's see. All you talk about is negative stuff. If all I talk about is negative stuff, then leave. That's an easy fix. Leave. But the world is on the count. Let's see here. We got Dominican. Iran war was a USA mistake and an Israel show of dominance in USA politicians. We are the people. We the people have little power. Yep. Yeah, let me read that one more time. I got distracted by something else. Iran war was a USA mistake. Yeah, and Israel. Yes, yes. That is. I wish I could highlight that comment because you're right on right there. You couldn't be more correct, Dominican. It's a damn shame because you got a compromised monkey at 1600 because he got caught up in the honey trap with Ghislaine bringing in the little girls and Jeffrey bringing in the power and the money. Like I say every day on here, them two, Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, they'll go down in the Hall of Fame at Mossad. You're damn right. Youngsters have vaccine damage. Now monsters. Shit, the way they acting, you need to highlight that comment. You ain't never lied. I was shocked when I saw the pictures of them two that did that on Monday. I was like, these little motherfuckers. I knew they was young because I believe they said they was in high school, but I still had them pictured different. I was like, you motherfuckers look, had their whole damn life ahead of them and gonna do some bullshit like that. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Zerks, I'm 21. It's never too early or too late to open your eyes. You're exactly right. And you said a lot of mature things to be 21 years of age. Yes, sir. So yeah. I mean that's what it's all about. You know, just you got to be aware out there because this world done changed for the worse. This world done changed for the worse in a real way. And you hear these comments about vaccines and this, that, and the other, and it's just one of them things where maybe that shit is true because you got a lot of weird happenings that's going on out there. Millennial says props to Zerks. Let's see here. Where we at? SoCal. Why do you have the Star of Rimfran, Seal of Solomon flag, and a commie flag behind you? In a sense, it's kind of ironic because they go hand in hand. What about the green and yellow flag? Because the answer to your initial question about the first two flags, you'll find that answer in the description of the channel. But what is your opinion about the green and yellow flag? It's amazing. It amazes me how all y'all skip over that flag. Oh boy, here it go. Is that Chairman Ma? Yeah, thank you for that. You see Chairman Ma over there, y'all? You must be zooming in. Yes, it is. And who was that? Who was that asked that question? Nobody. None knows the green and yellow flag, or none of them. All these so-called all these so-called political science experts don't know shit about shit. So who was that again? Who asked about that? About the two flags? Who was that? Oh, that was 2828. So once again, my question to you, 2828. My question to you, 2828. How come you don't say nothing about that flag? You can answer me after you get your hand out of that pile of shit that you just stuck it in. I'm not sure what the green and yellow flag is. Don't tread on me. Or is it an Islamic group? Well, I will give you credit, 2828. At least you admitted that you don't know what the hell you're talking about as far as that flag. So my next question to you is, do you have a problem with the two flags that I see, that you do see up top? Do you have a problem with those two flags? That's a question for you, 2828. That's a question for you, 2828. You mentioned the two flags up top. Do you have a problem with those two flags? Because you asked, why do I have them up there? Because you obviously didn't look at the channel description. You were more inclined to question the two flags up top. I'm trying to find out what problem you have with the two flags up top. A problem would be the wrong way to frame it. I have ideological disagreements. Okay, I mean, what do you mean you have ideological disagreements? What do you mean? What, like I say, what don't you agree with those two flags? And what is your ideology? Because I guarantee you, whatever your ideology is, you're going to contradict yourself. Because the same, whatever reasons you make up why you don't agree with these two flags, I guarantee you, your ideology aligns with those two flags. Look it up in a dictionary. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll move on from you, because you obviously has stuck your hand in some shit, and you don't like to answer the hard questions. No, what I asked was, what is your ideology? I can't find that in a dictionary because you don't know what your ideology is. That's why you put a dumbass low IQ statement up there like, well, look it up in a dictionary. No, I'm not going to, I can look at Webster's all day long. It's not going to tell me what your ideology is. Only you can tell me that. If you knew what it was, but you don't know what it was, because I backed your ass into a corner. Because whatever your ideology is, I can align it with every flag up here. I'm a Christian. All glory to God and Kings, Lord of Kings, Lord Jesus Christ. And you mean to tell me, and you have the nerve to tell me that Christianity, Christians haven't committed some of the same atrocities as all three of these flags? Because the last I checked, that monkey at 1600, he's a Christian too. And he authorized a bomb getting dropped on 169 little girls in Iran, girls' school. So once again, you look like a fool. Where's Zerks? Oh, I missed. Hold on. Let me go back up to Osama bin Guapo. That styling look more like Bob's Burgers. Well, that's if you think it looks like that, no problem. I mean, what do you think I'm going to do? Take it off the wall because you said that? No problem. If that's your interpretation of the picture, no problem. Well, you're an idiot social. Jakey Cake says that the Great Leap Forward worked out great. No, it didn't. No, and when we did the podcast on Mao, that's exactly, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yep. The same way this MAGA ain't working out too swell. Yeah. There's a whole lot of things that people plan that don't work out swell. Just like in your life, Jakey Cakes. I'm sure you planned a lot of shit in your life that didn't go as planned. So once again, if you want to point the finger at Mao and laugh at him, I'm sure if we knew everything about your mistakes in life, I'm sure you've made some mistakes as well. Let's see here. Okay. When they're talking to each other, I'm gonna keep stepping. You see the contradiction. Yep. Beg for help and ignore like Russia's people. What's Osama say? I'm so mad about those flags, I'm gonna shit myself. Well, all I can do is tell you this. That's your personal information. I'm glad we're on a podcast, so I don't have to smell it. And you probably sound very spoiled. So I'm sure your mommy's probably still wiping your ass. So that's her problem and your problem. (2828) says the Catholic Church once ruled over half the world. You can name Can you name any group even half that size that has no corrupt people? Oh, well, all you're doing, 2828, is you're just validating my point. You're basically stating what I just stated in a different way. So I'll move on. Like I said, it's amazing how people do the work for me in here. I appreciate that like, big homie. Israel is one of the world's biggest sponsors of terror. Yeah. And just like you just said, Steve 8193 is one of. Yeah, there's a whole lot of people there's a whole lot of countries that sponsor terror. Yeah, like I just mentioned. You look at this damn MAGA in this country. They still rah-rah and willing to try to put him in office a third damn time. And when he authorized dropping a bomb on 169 little girls school in Iran, if that ain't terrorism, I don't know what the hell is. Like I said, you can point to damn near every flag or country on this planet and say that. A statement like that, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna catch up here in a second. A statement like that reminds me of Eddie Murphy Delirious, when somebody yelled, because this is back in the 80s, when somebody yelled, "Reaganomics sucks," and Eddie went, "Oh yeah, well no shit, it sucks. Well, no duh." That's one of my favorite parts of Delirious. That motherfucker, your Reaganomics sucks. And he went, "Motherfucker, no duh. Oh, no shit, it sucks." Where we at here? Yeah, where are we at? Israel's one of the world's biggest spots. Yeah. United States takes top spot. Yeah. I mean, you can put the U.S. right up there. Zerks is talking to Jakey Cakes. Israeli funds terrorists with U.S. taxpayer fund. Israel funds terrorists with U.S. Yep, they sure do. Now we got Yakuza. How come you don't like Israel? But you didn't say something about the other two flags. We're curious about that. Yakuza? Well, Yakuza, all I can do is tell you this. Book, I'm not sure if you're still on here or not, but if you could please, sir, put Yakuza in a timeout, that would be greatly appreciated. We finally have somebody, because he's spamming the chat. And that's the reason why we're putting people in timeouts. If you're still on here, big homie. If not, I can handle that. Thank you for that. From our great moderator, Book, ladies and gentlemen. Yakuza, you sit your ass in the corner for a second and face the wall. That's wild to compare me to the worst dictator of all time. Well, shit. It's just like this. Just like Picasso said when a soldier from World War II asked about one of his paintings. Picasso had painted a painting of a really bad war scene, and that soldier asked him, "Did you make those paintings?" And Picasso said, "No, you did." So that's my answer to you. I didn't compare you to anything. You came in the chat talking all that ism. You compared you to that dictator. I've been waiting to say that. Slava Russia. On солнце ясно нет, рано не вставай. You like the Ruski. I ain't mad at you. One thing I will say about Russia, they got some of the best pop music I've ever heard. Yeah, he gets the kindergarten treatment. All day long, millennial. Are you really comparing Trump and myself to Mao? Ha ha ha. Jakey Cakes, I'm not comparing you to anybody. You're comparing you to Trump and Mao. Like I said, I haven't read Picasso's biography more than once for nothing. I'm not comparing you to anything. You're comparing yourself to Trump and Mao. See, you're not dealing with a dummy here. You're not going to try to set me up with bullshit ass statements. No, you're comparing. Who is slow? Is spamming comments? I don't know. Oh, that's Glizzy. I can't remember if he was friend or foe in here. Like I say, some of these names I've seen before. Sometimes I don't know. Are you promoting or criticizing the meaning of the flag? Right. Once again, you see the low IQ in these individuals. Which flag? That's like me watching a football game and saying, are you criticizing the player? The first thing the whole room's going to say, well, motherfucker, what player are you talking about? Which flag? Like I say, the intellect can be, intellect can be low in here at times. Bush says, Trump, that little rat, I will slip that little boss of him. What the hell is that? What Bush 89? What? Trump, that little rat. I will slip that little boss of him. What the hell does that mean? Whatever that means. No, quite literally compare me to wacko. Ha ha ha. Holy moly. Well, all I can do is tell you this, Jakey Cakes 94. All I can do is tell you this. You compared yourself to a wacko. So if you don't like the way this is going, why don't you go ahead and leave the room before we put you in a timeout? That's what I thought. Like I say, sometimes I get lost here. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to see if I can catch up as I scroll down. Pop music. You can't even speak Russian. Yeah, I know I can't. I appreciate that heart, big homie. MAGA is not a bad group. They're literally the only diverse people in the political community today. That's a fact. All I can do is tell you this, Glizzy. If MAGA was a diverse community, you'd have more than a bunch of white people and Marco Rubio's ass in his cabinet. So on that point, I'll move on. I'm black and Asian. I don't give a damn what race you are. That motherfucker, your race ain't gonna affect my damn bottom line of my bank account. I could care less what you are. Okay, keep avoiding the point. Okay. Book Jakey Cakes. Can you make him stay in for recess today? Can you please time him out? Because for some reason, somebody just did not give him enough attention in life. Jakey Cakes, what's that sugar in the tank? Aaliyah, we got Aaliyah in here. Can you buy me and my 8 kids McDonald's? I like that one. Can you buy me and my 8 kids? You know what, Aaliyah? That made me giggle. I like that one. You know what, Aaliyah? If I could buy y'all something to eat, I sure the hell wouldn't buy, especially your kids, I sure the hell wouldn't buy you McDonald's. That was funny. That was a good one. Trump is sabotaging himself. He's betrayed the MAGA movement. Glizzy, we're going to move on from you because all you're doing is contradicting yourself. Millennial says, I agree with Savage Glizzy on that. And like I say, Savage Glizzy, one minute he's MAGA, the next minute he's against the MAGA leader or something. I don't know. Maybe you're saying you're MAGA, but you don't like your leader. I don't know. The Bolsheviks. That's what Sam said. Well, Sam, all I can do is tell you this. I would suggest you do two things. Before you make a statement like that. Read what the damn channel is about. And why don't you comment about the other two flags? Before you call me a Bolshevik. Before you call me Lenin. before you try to claim that I'm 56 years old, but I was part of the Red October. Yeah, you didn't think I knew about that, did you? J Cake's about to see blank blanks. Who is Bush? North American people don't even know the name of the nation of America. I guess. I mean, if you say so, George Bush 89. If you say so, I guess it's true. Peace Overflow said the U.S. government is the biggest human trafficker and biggest drug dealers. That could be true. You know, a statement like that. That's like everybody from the time I started smoking ganja until today. Everybody say I got the best ganja. This is the best. This the best shit. This the best shit. This the best shit you ever. So that's just a matter of opinion. Glizzy is consistent with my beliefs, not a sheep. I'm consistent, not a sheep. Okay, Glizzy. Like I said, we all want to look ourselves in the mirror, Glitzy, and think that we're better than we all are. You know, that's only human nature. So, oh damn, here's Bush. Oh damn. If I'm thanked I have born in Italy, I'm not in that joke of a nation. Okay. And motherfucker, I mean, who cares? Like I say every day on here, it's 8.3 billion people on Earth, and we only have 350 million people in this country. So there's more people that doesn't live in this country that do. Motherfucker, you just one of many that don't live here. And Israel has the synagogue of Satan in Jerusalem. As a Christian, I can't support their government. Russia is friends with the U.S. The people are great. Their government is trash. Well, all I can do is tell you this, Glizzy. All I can do is tell you this. The last I checked, Russia is not friends with the U.S. And based on some of the things that you've been saying, I think I've been around a bit longer than you. So I disagree with that. One piece. Let's see if I can figure out these damn flags. All right, I see a Lebanese flag. I believe I see an Iraqi flag. I see a Palestinian flag. I believe I did pretty good on the test. I did 3 out of the 5. Let's see. I see a Lebanese. I see an Iranian flag. And I see a Palestinian flag. So couldn't tell you about the other two. And I can't blow up the picture, so I can't zoom in on it. So I don't know. I have no idea, millennial, why George Bush is here. He's got nothing better to do. I have no idea why he's here. And this would be a good time here for me to take 1 second. Thank you, Glizzy. Yeah. Wow, you're welcome here anytime. Let me check these numbers right quick. So I may want to pause the chat if you want me to read it. Dow up 609. Of course the damn Dow is up 609. The president is fucking doing insider trading with the stock market. And he showed you with his fucking tax return. The S&P is up about 1%. The NASDAQ is up 1.2%. The bond yield is at 4.57. Like I say, they try to act like that's a good number because the motherfucker was finna go to 4.7. Once again, the same way they did you with oil. They gonna train your ass to like these high ass numbers. And WTI is at 97 and Brent's at 104. So you hear 97 now and you say, oh wow, things are looking good. It's amazing how they can make your ass forget all about that 67 crude that you had roughly 90 days ago, which feels like 90 years ago. Let me go back and check this chat. I'm gonna go away if you don't want me, guys. Oh, like we say all the time in here, George Bush. Motherfucker, it's 8.3 billion people on this planet. If you go away, I guarantee you my Starlink will keep working. I don't guarantee much in life at 67 years old. but I guarantee you this fucking podcast will keep going. I have a better chance of this rain that's hitting my roof right now, disrupting this Starlink, than I do with your motherfucking ass leaving, interrupting this podcast. Like I say, I meet a lot of people on these tours. And I had a doctor here one time, and he was just telling me how the average person really believes that they're better and more important than they really are. And George W. Bush, you're proving his theory correctly. I don't give a damn, and I don't think anybody in the room gives a damn if you leave. And if you come back in, get a fucking avatar. Give a damn if you leave. Yeah. So, once again, today's podcast, it definitely went right back to it definitely goes right back to Jim Jones, where you still got people out there drinking that damn Kool-Aid. That election yesterday in where in the hell was that election? That Republican in Kentucky. That show MAGA is still drinking that fucking Kool-Aid because they favored that. They kept that MAGA Republican, or they voted for that MAGA Republican over the incumbent. So, like I say, when people drink that Kool-Aid, it's hard not to go back for seconds when they drink that flavor aid laced with cyanide. And that's what you see coming out of the MAGA administration right now. Let me check. Let me check the news headlines right quick till the chat picks back up. Look at these motherfuckers. The U.S. indicts former Cuban President Raul Castro. What was that for? Some shit that he so-called did 30 years ago. 94-year-old Castro is charged with conspiracy to kill U.S. nationals, destruction of an aircraft, and murder. And this motherfucker is 94 years old. Like I said, as they drop a bomb on 169 little girls at that girls' school in Iran. Like I say, that's another damn distraction from Miriam and them files. Why an indictment could lead to war between U.S. and Cuba. Once again, that's the technate. That's the technate at work. That's them trying to take over Greenland, Canada, Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean, and Northern South America. That's the technate at play. Like I said, that was the next whoop. They was gonna go from Venezuela to Cuba, and that's why that monkey at 1600 likes to get in the news conferences and say, "Oh, I had to take a little excursion. I had to do a little excursion over to Cuba because Miriam got on the horn and got in his ass. You're not taking your ass over to Cuba yet. You're going to subdue these damn Iranians and you're going to subdue Hezbollah. Then you can go outside and play." Oh, no problem, Miriam. Miriam, I know you got them 40 gigs on me. You don't have to keep reminding me. You got them 40 gigs of information on me. Oh, it's more than 40 gigs? I know the FBI has 40 gigs. I know that. I thought you had the same copies as them. No, motherfucker. Jeffrey was sending me shit far, far before they raided them damn apartments. If you think it's only 40, you better get your calculator out. You better recompute your damn math. You ain't going over to no damn Cuba until them Iranians and Hezbollah is subdued. Click. So that's the reason why you gotta wait to go over to Cuba. What's this damn chat saying? George W. Bush, your ass is back. I go over to look at the news and you back over here. What are you saying? Okay, I thought you was gonna go to. I told y'all these motherfuckers cannot stay out of this podcast. the crack dealers in the trap house is saying, "You back again?" He said, "Let's see." Melissa says, "Oh, I'm sure this will keep going. You nailed it, broda. I was just trolling a little. But damn, you smart and a cool man. Keep it up with what you like." Well, thank you, George Bush. Now, why don't you do us all a favor, since I had to read 9,000 of your damn comments and hit that damn super chat. Motherfucker, that last $5 you got in your pocket, why don't your ass donate it to this damn channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing? Right, I got it. They're exclusive. You can't get a woman in. Yeah, damn. I didn't have to read this much. George Bush, I didn't have to read this much when I was in fucking college. You're welcome in here at any time, motherfucker. And next time you bring your ass in here, bring some damn money with you. like I'll never forget the little bumper sticker I read as a kid, and I didn't understand it completely back in the 70s when the big ass, not the minivans, the old school cats in here know what I'm talking about, the regular vans. Is that because I grew up in Ohio and they would have the motherfuckers all painted, had them all punched out with paint and whatnot, and I'll never forget one of the bumper stickers I read as a kid. It said, "Ass, grass, or cash, nobody rides free." I can still, I was about 6 fucking years old, and I can still remember reading that on my neighbor's van. I said, "What is he talking about?" Everyone said, "Ass, grass, or cash, nobody rides free." So you remember that goddamn statement next time you come up in here. Real damn talk up in this motherfucker. Let's see where we at here. Let me go over and read some more headlines to these motherfuckers. Get back into the chat. Let me see here. Trump topples Massey, and other takeaways from Tuesday's primaries. And look at Trump. Look at MAGA. MAGA say, "Nigga, we still in effect. We still got power." So I tell y'all, man, you got to vote in November. You got to vote to get rid of this damn MAGA. You got to end this movement, this corrupt ass, illegal ass movement, fighting this damn illegal ass war over in the damn Gulf. Hey, look at this shit, these motherfuckers. Nah, you seeing about this 1996 shoot down of the planes carrying Americans. That shit was ancient damn history. Now, this monkey at 1600 want to bring that to the damn forefront so he has an excuse to invade another country to try to get y'all mind off them damn files. And how y'all like the way President Xi gave Putin a red carpet welcome and makes a veiled jab at the U.S. I bet he didn't leave Big Pimpin' at the damn airport. He opened that. He greeted Big Pimpin' from Moscow with open arms. I appreciate that super chat. Who was that? Let me go over there. Who the hell was that? That was George Bush. Thank you, big homie. I appreciate. He said, "Motherfucker, I'm gonna look at my damn in between my couch, fucking comforter things, in between my couch seats, and find some change for your ass." I appreciate you. Sorry, only one, but I enjoy it really good. But I appreciate you, George Bush. I appreciate you. Anything you can do for the big homie, I appreciate you. Thank you, big homie. I have no idea why it says $1.16. Did I miss somebody? Hopefully I didn't miss somebody's donation. If I missed somebody's donation, I apologize. But I appreciate you, George Bush. I appreciate I appreciate you, big homie. Shit, like they say, nigga, it's the thought that counts. a dollar, nigga, I can buy a blunt. Hopefully you sub and you bring, I appreciate that, like, big homie. Hopefully you sub and you bring your ass back in here on payday, motherfucker. We appreciate you, big homie. Oh, I'm sure this will keep going. You nailed it. I'm reading those shit. Here we go. There you go. Your props, Bush. We see you. Who is this? The real Janet. So let me ask you this before we get on. Shit, hell yeah, niggas, some of them Jews got money and they donate. So let me ask you this: the real Janet Yellen. We're gonna test your fucking knowledge here before we get on your comment about you being a Jew. Let's see if you faking the funk. And I want a quick answer, motherfucker. Don't Google it. Yeah, it should be a one-word answer. So I should get it quick to prove to me that you know. So what was the biggest mistake of Janet Yellen's tenure when she was Attorney General? Boom, boom. You need to change your fucking screen name. It's called Waco. Motherfucker say, Waco? Wow, wake up? No, Waco, Texas. How the hell you got a screen name like that and you couldn't answer that basic ass question? So because of that, we're gonna move on. Oh, there you go. I never made them. Jews don't. I funneled your tax money. So in other words, you don't know shit about Janet Yellen. We're gonna keep going. I never made a mistake. I was treasurer secretary. All I can do is you know what? You're right. You're right. That was my bad. I'm thinking about Janet Reno. You're right. You got me on that one. My fault. So I'll read your comments. You got me on that one. That was my mistake. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. And I was wrong there. You're exactly right. The real Janet Yellen. I was a trans Jew. Why are you promoting Jews so much? Why are you promoting Jews so much? Silly butt ninja. Yeah, that's okay. You can call me that. Yeah, that's okay. I made a mistake. Yep. You got me. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. No problem. Like I said, I haven't met a perfect human being yet. So why are you promoting Jews? Why are you? Well, I'm promoting a lot of things here. Why are you saying that I'm promoting Jews when you see multiple flags here? Now who looks silly? Like I said, I can admit when I'm wrong. And you have the nerve to sit here and say you've never made a mistake. So why are you going to say I'm promoting Jews when you see multiple flags here? Once again, that's called maturity. See, I can admit when I make a mistake. No. Don't try to spin it. First of all, now see, you just ruined your little 5 minutes of fame you just had. First you say I'm promoting Jews, and then you say I'm a communist. So now you have stuck your hand in some shit. So which one is it? Am I promoting Jews or am I promoting communism? Which one is it? Like I said, I admit it. I read your name wrong. I'm thinking of Janet Reno, and you got Janet Yellen on here. I admit it when I'm wrong. No problem. Now, how are you gonna clean your shit up? What about the third flag? Let's talk about that one. Now y'all hear this? Now y'all hear how he's digging himself a hole? See, youth, 18 to 25-year-olds, and y'all hold up here in the chat for a second, because now I got a motherfucker checkmate. 18 to 25-year-olds, I hope you learned a lesson right there. If you're wrong about something, just say you're wrong. And you out of it. Don't be like this stupid motherfucker and sound low IQ and say, you're a Jew and you're a communist. Now they're the same. You hear how silly he sounds now? And what about the third flag? What's the third flag here? You see that 18 to 25-year-olds? If you make a mistake, all you got to do is say I'm wrong. Now you got a know-it-all in here that is digging a deeper and deeper hole for himself because he can't admit when he's wrong, because he's a narcissist. What about this third flag here? What about this third flag? What about this third flag? I'm asking you, Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, what is the third flag? I've been talking about it all damn morning. In other words, you don't know. In other words, you don't know. We're waiting. And you probably don't know nothing about the first two flags. We're gonna get to those in a second. And you got Google right next to you, and you still don't know. But see, you a know-it-all narcissist. And you can't admit when you're wrong. Now your buddy Sam done turned on you. No, he don't know, Sam, and you don't either, Sam. Don't none of you know what it is. And that's why you didn't mention it in the beginning. Step right into my damn trap. You see that 18 to 25-year-olds? You see how I admitted I was wrong? Now I'm out of it. Now I got both of them caught in the trap. Those flags are for Jews. In other words, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, chat. In other words, his ass doesn't know. So let's go back and talk about the so-called flags that you claim you know something about. And once again, we want the answer quick. So tell me, what's the symbols on the red flag mean? Let's go, Treasury Secretary. You talked about the first two flags up here. What is the symbols on the red flag mean? You don't know. Because at this point, you're going to go right to Google. You can't give me one damn answer, or your little cosigner can't give me one damn answer about what them symbols mean on the red flag. And the reason why I know you don't know is because you would have said something by now. No, once again, Sam. Once again, Sam. What about the star above it? Let's answer the hard question now. Now you can go to Google and try to answer the hard question. And since you such a damn expert on the Jewish flag, what do the colors on the Jewish flag mean? You see that 18 to 25-year-olds? If you make a mistake, we all make mistakes in life. All you gotta do is say, "Okay, my bad, I'm wrong." That's why we have the saying, "My bad." Don't be like these two idiots and be so arrogant you can't admit when you don't know something. So you see how they try to spin it? He don't know. The Jews hate him. 18 to 25-year-olds. The Soviet flag, the hammer and the sickle, that's for industry and agriculture. And the star is for the state. That's why you'll always see the star above the hammer and the sickle. The Jewish flag, the white is for peace, and the blue is for the sky. See, I didn't need fucking Google. That's called redemption. That's called a redemption song. You had the upper hand on my ass and blew it. You see how they want to start talking this blah, 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 blah. You see 18 to 25-year-olds? You see how when you make a mistake, if you just say my bad, you can turn the tables on a stupid motherfucker just like that? I hope you learned a valuable lesson there, youngsters. Common sense isn't common at all. The Jews got this guy working for free. Peace Overflow says, Kentucky, they're blatantly stealing elections right in front of our faces. There was twice as many ballots cast in Kentucky yesterday than were cast in the 2024 primary. Fucking Miriam trash all day long. I wouldn't doubt that damn election was fixed at all. At all. See now Janet Yellen, now he won't shut up now. You see that 18 to 25-year-olds? You see how I turned the tables on his dumb ass? Let's see what he got to say now. Now he ain't gonna never shut up. Blacks are ignorant. Yeah, see? You see how I turned the tables on his ass intellectually? Didn't get mad. No anger, no violence needed. They're low IQ individuals. Once again, I mistaked his screen name for another Janet. Admitted I was wrong and moved on. Him and it, and you see how, another thing I want you to notice, 18 and 25-year-olds, you notice how his I appreciate that like, big homie. You see how his buddy left him hanging? His buddy that was co-signing for him 2 seconds ago left his ass hanging because neither one of them know they asshole from their elbow. And they can't admit when they're wrong. You heard him say it with his own, you heard him say it with his own damn words. He's never wrong. What's wrong with the black? Yeah. We're talking about weird. Why don't you put your American flag on the wall? You have the Jewish flag, you have the Russian flag, and other things. Why not the American flag? Well, to represent America, before you keep running your damn mouth, that's a surprise one for you right there. That's the red, white, and blue. That's the flag of the CIA. So why don't you know your facts before you come in here talking shit? Where was that? Who was that? Where was that? Where was that fool about? Where was that fool about? Was that William that retracted his damn statement? Yeah, that's a good retraction. Know your facts before you come in here talking shit. Oh yeah, yeah. I purposely have that hidden right behind me so I can go just like that for a motherfucker just like you that comes in here talking shit. Like I said, Janet Jackson, we're done with you. You had your moment to make my ass tap out. You had your moment. You see, like I said, I showed nothing but maturity in that situation. Reversed it on your ass, just like a damn game of Uno. Reverse. Now you look like a fool. Now we'll move on and talk to somebody else. Because you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And the worst part about it, you don't have the damn Gugatis to admit you don't know what you're talking about. You rather make yourself look like a fool, like a further fool, by keep posting, digging a deeper and deeper hole. You sound silly. Bro's arguing with nobody. I'm not sure if you're talking about me or him. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Kane. I'm not sure who you're talking about, Abel and Kane. Are you talking about me or him? Do your legal in an argument with yourself. Nobody said anything. Kane, you're making no damn sense. So, like I said, go find Abel and go somewhere. You had it, Janet Jackson, but you chose the barge, so you chose wrong. Kane, go find Abel. Another one that can't stay out of this damn podcast to save his life. I'm driving and I'm voice texting. I don't give a damn if you're driving and voice texting. I don't give a damn. You say that like I give a damn. So, trying to get to that janky ass job that you hope that the damn chatbot hasn't taken yet. So, I don't care if you're driving and texting. Why would I care if you're driving and texting? Dean Johnson, stupid, like I said. I'll check the numbers and wait for a higher IQ individual to come in here, because we scraping the bottom of the barrel now. You up 679 on the Dow. You got about 20 minutes to the close. You up 76 on the S&P. You up 369 on the NASDAQ. The VIX is down 3.6 to 17. The 10-year is still at 4.5. And WTI is at 98. And Brent is still at 104. In other words, your ass is still stuck on stupid. And Miriam got your ass by the short ones. Let's see, has the chat moved yet? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, Kane, in that stuttering tailpipe V-dub. What did he say? Bro, you got 5 viewers, and you over here acting like your word means something to me. And all I can do is tell you this, Kane. Whether I have negative 5 viewers, your silly ass is in here. Your silly ass is in here. And whether you realize it or not, There's way more people in here than that. The Starlink delays the damn viewers sometimes. Once again, you don't know your ass from your elbow because you don't have no fucking Starlink. You don't know your ass from your elbow. It got your ass to come in here. I don't give a damn if it's just one person in here. It got your silly ass to come in here. And that's what I'm saying. These people say some of the dumbest shit in the damn world. That's like me walking into a nightclub going, fuck, there's 3 motherfuckers in here. People gonna say, well, motherfucker, you in here? So there must be something that you like. That sounds so damn stupid. Stupid. I never met a stupider group of people in all my days. Let me see where we at here. Right, Kane, that's telling the tailpipe. You need to forgive your mother. Yeah. Like I said, Janet Jackson, you need to go somewhere. Okay, what you think about the S&P 500? Now, anything that's got to do with that, and thank you, Osama, for a mature question. Anything that's got to do with the equities market is fixed. The president showed you that yesterday. He showed you that yesterday. What is damn tax return? Anything that's got to do with the equities markets is fixed. Like I say in here every day. Anytime you got WTI in triple digits or damn near triple digits, and the equities markets are at an all-time high, that you're the first person to make oil and water mix. Let's see what we got. Driving gives their self-esteem the boost they desperately need. Something. Because you have some very low IQ, arrogant, narcissistic people in here. Arrogant, narcissistic people up in here. I come in this motherfucker damn near every day. Damn near every day. And anytime I make a mistake, this ain't the first time I done made a fucking mistake. Like I said, I learned that in the pharmaceutical industry. See, these motherfuckers ain't never had a real fucking job, see. I learned that being a pharmaceutical rep. If you make a mistake, or if you don't know something, say, I don't know, or no, doctor, that's incorrect, I'm wrong. Because, see, we can come in here and play on these chats, but you tell a doctor something wrong when it comes to a medication that's contraindicated with another medication, you could kill a motherfucker. If you go back and look at this podcast, the moment I realized I made a mistake, I wasn't trying to save my ass. I wasn't trying to wiggle my way out of it. I said, oh, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. That's called experience. That's called maturity. Because I've been in situations where if you try to play the little game that these motherfuckers in here playing, you could kill somebody. That's the kind of jobs I've had. Once again, 18 to 25-year-olds, if you don't know something, say you don't know. If you make a mistake, say, oh, my bad, I made a mistake. Let me correct myself. Do not, and I don't give any advice, I just give my opinion. Whatever you do, don't do what these motherfuckers is doing. They sound stupid. I knew this was a master investor. I'm not quite sure what you mean by master investor. You mean Trump running the damn markets? Israel's the new Jim Jones dying out. Could be. Tell me, hold up, let me go back. He asked me a question. You see, this motherfucker Kane, he's so pissed off, he don't know what to do. Let me see. Somebody asked me something. Hold up. Where is it at? I had a question. Okay, tell me about the S&P 500 and Solana. Solana, you talking about the stock Solana? Because if you're talking about, I believe you're talking about a company Solana. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the company. I don't know what the stock is doing. I believe that's what you're asking me about. I'm not sure. We're here to clown you. Yeah. All I can do is tell you this, Janet Yellen. You had your chance. You was on the 1 fucking yard line like Seattle, and you threw an interception because you're low IQ. So don't try to save it now. Don't try to save it now. Because I turned the tables on your ass and made you look like a damn fool. Like I say, if you ask the people in this chat right now, who looks like the bigger fool out of what just happened, I believe they would point their finger at you. So don't try to save it. I'm here to clown him too. Yeah. What you're here to do is make me money. Because every time you put something on the damn screen, all it does is bring in more people and help my numbers. Dude, you're literally calling all of your fan base stupid. Well, all I can do is tell you this. I don't have fans. See, once again, you're showing your damn arrogance. I don't have fans. I have viewers. Once again, you see your immaturity and your damn low IQ intellect. You're making yourself look like a fool. I don't have to make you look like a fool. I don't have to make you look like a fool. You do it for me because you're stupid. You was on the 1 yard line with my ass and you threw a damn interception. You look stupid. Let's see here. Dean Johnson. Book, I'm not sure if you're still in here or not, but please time out this damn Dean Johnson. He's a waste of space. You're about to see the real Dean Key. Oh, yeah. All day long, millennial. We're going to time his ass out. He's a waste of space. Dean Kramer in here like he bossing something. Oh, he's sorry. Are you a Janet Yellen? I appreciate that. I think we might have got the wrong one. We was looking for Dean Johnson, and I think we got that William, whatever. Oh, he retracted his message. My bad, book. He's retracting all of his messages because he's hanging on for dear life. He wants to go outside for recess. Did we get that Dean Johnson? Has he been timed out? Thank you, moderator. Thank you, book. Thank you. And I appreciate you as always, doing an excellent job. Thank you. He just snubbed Prince William. Yeah, Dean Kramer right here. Yeah. So which one of you MAGAs are next? Which one? Like I said, Janet Yellen looks like the biggest fool in here right now. All he had to do was give Marshawn Lynch the fucking ball, and he could have walked home with the Super Bowl trophy. But he decided to get cute and throw the ball on the one. Now he looks like a damn fool. Oh, bro, get money. Hey, bro, get money. I heard that, Coconut. Brother is Isla Datri Maxing. And what makes you say that, Sick with Sin? What makes you say that? Let's see if you'll walk into one of my traps now. And can't read. Right, I know I can't read. I know. They just gave me 2 degrees. I know, because my degrees are DEI. I know. They said we have to give so many black people these master's degrees. So we'll give you one. So once again, I'll ask you, Sick with Sin. Yeah, Janet Jackson walking. What did he say? Janet Jackson? Let me go up here. Because they coming back in here now. Let's see here. Yeah, Janet Jackson walking on a tight line in those leggings. And you can't read. Yeah, I meant cryptocurrency, Solana. You know what? Crypto is dead, big homie. In this environment, you want tangible items. That's why I put my money into agriculture, real estate, and art, things that you can touch. The crypto, once again, I don't give you any investing advice. I just give my opinion. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, okay. Janet Yellen, go yell somewhere else. You had your opportunity. Groovy, any thoughts on the current state of the world for young people? All I can do is tell you this, Groovy. Once again, when I talk about young people, I only talk about 18 to 25-year-olds. Once again, if you under 18, get your ass out this room. If I was in your shoes, the first thing I'd be trying to do, whether I had to work a summer job, whether I had to borrow money from my parents, is try to get yourself some land so you can get off grid, so you don't get caught up in this damn energy crisis. And when you get yourself some land, and you don't have to buy acres, just buy something that you own, and as far away from people as you can in a remote location. Learn to hook up this solar, catch this wood, and start learn how to catch this water and purify it. That's the best advice I can give you, because you have a monkey at 1600 that doesn't have your best interests at heart. That's why he's trying to instill this draft, and his goal is to cause an energy crisis to break everybody, mainly your generation. That's the best opinionated advice I can give you. And like I said, like right now, the thing just said 2 people's in here, and I know for a fact more people is in here than that. That's the Starlink that does that. So let me see here. Like it's a, let me see. I'm trying to get back to the people that have sense. And Mile, apparently, and yeah, there's a Mile picture up there. Yes. See, I'm glad I did a great job. I love it when I paint portraits and people know who I painted. Stuck with sin, entitlement is over. That's why he mad. And entitlement is done. Pissed off all the hell. Because now you got to start working for his shit. Now everything's not given to him based on the way he looks. Like, is this a dartboard, or do you support Judeo-Islamic communism? Well, do this, Sick with Sin. Go look at the description of the channel, and that'll answer your question. Let me get to somebody that's got a educated question. But I think it's arrogant of you to think you know so much about me after the only saying a couple of sentences. You need to not be so uptight and think before you judge. Well, all I can do is tell you this. You're entitled to your opinion. And just like my father told me when I was questioning his ways, when I lived in his house, if you don't like the way I'm doing things in here, leave. Make like a tree and leave. And on that point, I'm going to plug in my computer, because we have a bunch of sorry motherfuckers in here today. And it looks like I'm going to do a little bit of an extended session because, like I said, I was well rested from yesterday. Did my tour, then I rested. And I still will have time to do the art life. Let me plug in my computer and I can get in the rest of their asses here. Because we got some dumb motherfuckers up in here. Because we have some dumb ass motherfuckers up in here today. Let me plug my shit in. This is usually for Sunday, but I'm going to keep going. Because I got some real low IQ motherfuckers in here today. Get to the 1 damn yard line and they decide to pass. And they got the best running back in football. Yeah, let me see what's going on. So I really don't give a damn what you think about me, Cain and Abel. This is my podcast. If you don't like it, leave. That's why she mad. Jackson chose wrong. And that's exactly why she mad. Thank you for your time and word. No problem, big homie. Where is that? Where is that? I gotta see who wrote the. Like I miss. Okay. Yeah, Groovy Sean. No problem. You come in here anytime and ask my opinion, big homie. No problem. I appreciate you coming in here. Hopefully you sub. And maybe one of these days you can hit me up with that super chat. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Millennial V's MAGA. See, I hit the thing and it goes down. Down like Janet Jackson career. Want some advice? Go to church. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for your time and work. Okay. These MAGA mistrolls ain't never working hard. Never. And that's why you still over there in the straight. They ain't never worked a hard day. I appreciate that light, big homie. They ain't never worked a hard day in their damn life. Never. They holding on to that entitlement the same way the Iranians is holding on to the straight. That's what this whole damn war is about. Their entitlement. That's the only reason why they backed that monkey at 1600. Want some advice? Yeah, go to church. Yeah. Done like Janet Jackson career. Brother, I have been poor my whole life and I ain't had shit. There we go, chat. Yeah, here it is, chat. The regulars in here. Brother, I have been poor my whole life and ain't had shit. I was a poor motherfucker. We see it every day in here, chat. Do you break them all the way down and you hear, I was a poor little child, ain't had shit here. We hear it every damn day. It's just like when you got a hit song and they play it out on the radio and you say, oh shit, they playing Can't Touch This again on the damn radio. We hear that bullshit every day in here. Ain't nobody gonna give your ass no sympathy in here. I'm begging you, but come back to me. I'm begging you. Let's see. Oh, Lee, what's good with you, Lee? We see you. Is Miriam Magrolls? Oh my goodness. He thinks he's smarter than your ass. That's why you still standing. That's why you still in here. Candy cane still swirling. Miriam, there you go. We see you, Lee. Welcome back, big homie. We're going to be painting Jim Jones later on today if you want to tune in on the Art Life. Let's see. Most of MAG is blue-collar worker, guys. What the fuck are you talking about? I just got done 10 hours on a forklift. Y'all are delusional. And the reason why your ass is on the damn forklift is because you're too stupid to go to fucking college. Like I say, all they do is tell on themselves. Why would you come in here bragging about some damn silly ass 2-bit job you got when they working your ass like a slave for $2 a damn hour? You so sorry it ain't funny. And every day I grew up, I was poor. I was on a forklift for 10 hours because I'm too damn dumb to get accepted into any university. Motherfucker, go and make sure your rent is on time this month. See, but you're absolutely right. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. You can agree with him, Lee. No problem. You can agree with him. What I see is as a damn fool that wasn't smart enough to go to fucking college. That's what I see. 10 hours on the forklift. Damn shame. Make sure your hemorrhoids doctor got that prescription ready for you. 10 hours on a forklift. See, I didn't have to work on no damn forklift. I was taught as a kid, either you're gonna work with your mind or with your fucking back. I work with my mind. I appreciate that light, big homie. I work with my fucking mind. It's sad that you give a shit enough to argue with people online all day long for money. Well, like I say, this job is easy. I didn't have to wake my ass up at the crack of damn dawn and make sure I ran into that fucking forklift job and kiss ass to my boss. I am the fucking boss. I am Mr. Charlie. And I sit right here on my land. You tell me in Hawaii, motherfucker, and you ain't never even sniffed this island, let alone been here, because you can't afford to come here. You can't afford to come here. And even if your ass could afford to come here, they're not going to give you the fucking time off work. Yeah, own 3 acres in Hawaii. Can your sorry ass forklift ass say that? Hell the fuck no. And the only reason why you got that forklift job is because the chatbot hasn't taken it yet. You sorry. Like I said, let me find somebody else with some intellect. You too damn stupid to talk to. I mean, it's too easy to make you look stupid. You make yourself look stupid. Let me find somebody. This is my favorite gay streamer. Yeah, that's fine. You can call me gay. You can call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Just bring your ass in here, and next time, motherfucker, make sure you have bus fare. Bring some super chat money in here. You can call me whatever the hell you want to call me. Like I say, if I'm gay and I'm his favorite fucking streamer, that's what I say. These fucking people, they're so damn stupid. They so stupid. He gonna call me gay, but yet he's in my fucking podcast. How dumb? Can somebody please put up something here? Like a minute ago, somebody was asking me about crypto. Can somebody ask me a grown-up ass question? These people so damn dumb. I have a profession. I'll re-educate myself through electrician truff school in a few years. Have a profession. Great. If you're an electrician, more power to you. More power to you. I'm not here to knock anybody's damn career. But the one thing I'm not going to do is let some sorry damn forklift driver, some motherfucking forklift driver try to come in here and insult my ass. That's the last thing I'm going to do. That's got to sit in a damn forklift chair for 10 hours and got hemorrhoids up the ass. That's for damn sure. Like I say, I can not come on this podcast or come on this podcast at any time. I got people that pay me $95 a head to come and see where I live. I get to stay right on my land every damn day and check trap and check money. I'm not kissing ass on some job. I make the rules. And they can't stand that coming from a nigga. Luke Duke sound gay to me. Okay, he won't. Look at his wall, brother. There you go. Never explain your... Let's see here. We're moving kind of fast here. Let's see. I'm about 1 after 10. Let's see. I can keep going for a while. Let's see. From the sweat of the brow, y'all shall eat bread. And all I can do is tell you this. Motherfucker, from the sweat of the brain, your ass will eat better. Like I say, they don't teach your ass to go to college and get an education for nothing. I don't know too many motherfuckers when your ass is in 2nd grade that say, now, motherfucker, you're going to be a forklift driver. Yep. Now you learn all this math and science and you do this homework because I want you to drive a fucking forklift. Motherfucker, you sound so stupid it ain't funny. Let me see what else we got in here. Somebody with some damn intelligence may come in here. It's sad how the U.S. government gave you your degrees. Yeah. Is that the future from 8 Mile? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, 100. You lost me there. I don't know if you're talking about me or what. Because I watched bits and pieces of 8 Mile, so I don't know who the fuck you talking about. Lord have mercy. Good luck, Shed, man. Yeah, I know. Dude, motherfucker, you just make sure you go fill that hemorrhoids prescription from sitting in that damn forklift for 10 hours. You need money to have capital and stuff to upgrade my house with skill. You can help people around you instead of just supplying money. It's bigger than that. See, your problem. What's good with you, Skyler? We see you, big homie. We see you. And to upgrade my house. And all I can do is tell you this. Where's that? Lord have mercy. Good luck, Shed, man. Yep, like I said. So, once again, regulars, I apologize if you've heard this before. Now watch me back his ass into a corner. Since I'm Shed Man sick with it. When's the last time somebody paid you $95 to come and see where you live? We're waiting. We're waiting. Free will. Boom, boom. That's what I thought. People pay me $95 a head to come and see this shed. Can I prove it? Fuck yes. I got more than $75. Got more money in my pockets. Yeah, like I said, you have people who pay you $95 to visit your house. Yep. Go look at ParadiseUnplugged.com. Look at all the tours that we run. Look at that banana cultivation tour. Look at the Big Island Jungle tour, and look at the prices, and look at all my 5-star reviews. So what about you? What about you, Osama? When's the last time somebody paid you $95 to come and see where you live? We're waiting. We're waiting. I just proved mine to you. We're waiting. When was the last time, Osama, somebody paid your ass to come and see where you live? We're all waiting. I'm 25. I don't have people coming to my property yet. Then you need to stop talking shit about somebody's shed or blah, 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 blah. Because not only do I own 3 acres of property in Hawaii where people pay me $95 to come and tour where I live, I owned a home. I owned a home for 20 years in Southern California. So get your first piece of property first and then try to catch up. You don't even got $1. That's why whatever, 100. You sound silly. You're funny. I work for Century Fox Studios. I can make, now see, watch this, y'all. Watch how I make him look stupid. Now watch how I make this guy look stupid. Where did that go? Where did that go? Where did that go? Where did that Century, where the fuck did he must have deleted it. Because he knows I was getting ready to get in his ass about his so-called 20th Century Fox. But I saw that 20th Century Fox shit. And here's the thing, my friend William. That's how I make people look stupid in here all damn day long. You talk about you work for 20th Century Fox Studios, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? I used to work for News America Marketing, right in Southern California. I've been on the lot of a movie studio. You look at all the shit that News Corp owns. So you're not saying jack shit, big homie. You're not saying jack shit. I work for News Corp, 20th Century, right in the Nakatomi building. You know Die Hard? I appreciate that like, big homie. You know the Nakatomi building in Die Hard? Yeah, they had my black ass up in there, suited and booted. Yeah, we used to go monkey around on the 20th Century Fox lots. Yeah. That's why I say you don't know me from fucking Adam. I'm 56 years old. You don't know me from fucking Adam. Yeah, the Nakatomi building. That Nakatomi building. I used to walk in that building every day, right in Century City. Yeah. So you was really clever to retract that statement, but I got a glimpse of it. And that's why I plugged in my damn computer to continue to make you fools look stupid up in here. What we got now, Gerald? What's good with you, Jones? I ain't seen you in a minute, big homie. Who you going with in the finals? I'm going with San Antonio. I'm going with San Antonio. And this bag of Eric Dush's ass is next. Don Cheto's is next. Osama not having guap. Don't know what butt is. No, where was the 20th Century Fox comment? Oh, you wasn't ready for the Nakatomi building, was you? Yeah, I had to fly my ass all the way to New York and interview in the big News Corp headquarters. I bet you're sorry ass. They don't invite the janitors and shit to do that stuff. No. No. You riding around a little fucking golf cart with a broom and a dustpan. No, you don't get to go to Midtown Manhattan and take your ass to the 52nd floor. No, you don't get to do that. That's just for the intellects. Oh yeah, you didn't retract that statement fast enough, big homie. $100. Nobody even listening to your ass. All you doing is bringing more people in here. Nobody even. That don't make any more sense than who is Miriam. I know. Like I said, we starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here. We're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel here. Let me see where the market closed at, and then I'm gonna, like I said, I like to stay on here because I'm gonna wind up charging my computer anyway, so I might as well charge it here while these dummies continue to bring more people into the damn room. Let's see. EL Beauty to walk back some terror prices. Let's see here. 645 on the Dow. You wound up 1.3%. The NASDAQ's up 79. And then you're up 399. I'm sorry, 399 on the NASDAQ, up 1.5%. The broader market, the S&P is up 79. The bond market, you're at 457. And WTI is at 98. And Brent's at 105, which is horrible. Horrible numbers. So let me go over here and see if we can have somebody with a little bit more intellect. Name of the business. What? I F with you, what the name of the business? Whatever. Like I said, Osama, until you talk with some sense with me, I don't play all that acronym shit. Until you put together a complete sentence, then maybe you might get an answer. Let me see. Your focus on Trump. Yeah. Like I say, 100. You have to be one of the lowest IQ people to ever come in here. And that's another thing I'm starting to realize. And I'll be getting a lot of the ages in here. A lot of 20-somethings in here. Y'all pissed off all the hell that monkey that your parents voted. I appreciate that like, big homie. That monkey that your parents voted for at 1600 got your life so fucked up that you come into this chat like a damn magnet. Damn. I guess if I didn't have a future, I'd have to come in the chat too. The greatest decision I ever made was allow y'all to come in here and I can be an outlet for your sorry ass life. Because like I said, I'd rather for you to come in here spewing all this hate and verbal bullshit on me than to hurt somebody else out in these streets or hurt your damn self. Plug the website. You know why you so damn dumb, Osama? You know why you so damn dumb? All you gotta do is go to the damn links in my description page. I got all the links on there. Damn, y'all lazy. I know you in your early 20s because I know you sick of your mother and father telling you stop being so lazy. And Free Willy, motherfucker. Google it, Osama. Hey, thank you, millennials. They're so damn stupid. Millennials, they lazy and entitled. They used to everything being handed to them. Like I said, the only reason why I keep their ass in here is they just keep bringing more people in. That is a lesson I done learned about this chat. Why are you so worried about my business, Osama? Why are you so worried about my business? Motherfucker, you can't afford none of these tours. You have to understand something, Osama. You have to understand something. There's steps to taking the tour. First, you got to be able to fly your broke ass over here. That's the first thing you got to do. Then you got to be able to pay for the food to eat while you're here. Then maybe your sorry ass can think about taking one of my $95 tours. Motherfucker, you're many steps from doing anything with my business. The best way for you to support my business is the way you're doing right here. Getting your ass on here for free and and tuning into this podcast because you ain't got no money to come to Hawaii. I might. I'll ask. Yeah. I might. Yeah. And I might make the NBA. Yeah. Yo tour $95. I done said it 85 damn times. Yes. How many times do I have to tell you that? Yes. How many times do I have to say the tour is $95 a head and you're only $95 short? And you're only a plane ride to Hawaii short. Oh, and I forgot to mention, then you got to get a damn hotel because you sure the fuck ain't gonna stay over here with me. Don't worry about that part of my business. You can't afford that part of my business. Your best bet is to keep your ass right here on this chat. And if you want to support this business, maybe you can buy me, maybe you can donate something to the, because I know you ain't got no super chat money. Maybe you can donate a couple nickels to the gift section. William, how do you know? Hold on, let me see this damn William. He finally then woke up here. Oh, I lost him now. Where is he? He keeps retracting all his statements. You know what, William? We're gonna give you one last chance. If you keep retracting the damn statements, then we're just gonna put you in a corner for a timeout. You want to have a conversation? Have a conversation. You want to play games? Go to somebody else's podcast. Nah, you right. Fuck that. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. Motherfucker, it took you a half hour to realize I'm right. I know you can't afford to come here. Let me Google something here. Let me Google something right here. Let me Google something, because I assume your ass is American. What percentage of Americans have ever been to Hawaii? Let's see if the chat bot can answer that. Let's see. Shit, it must be low because the chat bot can't even answer it. Let's see. Let me see. Get straight to the point. Only about 15 to 20% of the entire U.S. population has ever been to Hawaii at least once. And motherfucker, you not in that top echelon. You never gonna get here, ever. It ain't called paradise for nothing. It's called paradise because they keep broke ass fucking people out of here. You never gonna witness what I see every damn day. Never. He writes like the kids off Who's newest spelling bee champion. Not me. There you go. Sean says, not me. Thank you, Sean, for keeping it real. It's not called paradise because every Tom, Dick, and Hank can bring their ass over here. That's the reason why Arkansas is called Arkansas and Mississippi is called Mississippi. Because you can hop, skip, and a jump to get there. It costs you nothing to get over there. That's the reason why you'll never see this place that I'm looking at right now. That's the reason why y'all coming here talking about a shit and blah, 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 blah. You'll never see paradise. You can't afford to visit where I live. And at least Sean had the damn integrity to admit it. Okay. Book, that book, if you're still on here, if you're not busy, would you please, sir, put this William in a damn timeout, please? That's tall tourism. Thank you, millennial. This is not taking your ass up to the city park on the weekends with a picnic basket and watching your fucking kids slide down the damn slide. Just like millennial said, motherfucker, this big tourism. This is real shit. And that's why you motherfuckers who can't stand my ass, you can't stay out of this damn room. That's why you can't stay out of this damn room, hoping that maybe I'll sneak a peek out there for you. Nope. Once again, what's the name? Right there, that William book, right beneath you. Right beneath your thank you, sir. Gee, my knee. He's that kid in the back of the class. He's that motherfucking kid in the back of the class that he's not happy unless you send his ass to the office. Damn. Sean, they commercialized Hawaii tourism made it too expensive. Well, Sean, all I can do is tell you this. And I believe, Sean, you're, like I said, I lose track sometimes of the people. Sean, all I can do is tell you this. You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more incorrect. Because I believe you said, not me, that you've never been here. Sean, what they've done is they've tricked y'all asses. Man, I can tell people how to do these islands for little or fucking nothing. For little or nothing. No, the problem, Sean, is you don't know the game. So don't blame the state for commercializing tourism. You shouldn't have such a strong opinion about a place that I based on, I believe what you just said, based on a place that you've never been. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I can tell people how to do these islands for little or fucking nothing. If you knew what the hell you was doing. But you too busy listening to stupid ass people that have been here and say, no, motherfucker, don't go over there. They'll break you. I can tell you how to do these islands for little or nothing. Is your new spelling bee champion. Exactly. Prince William Word, the one you snuck back in that book, that day book. Is he back? Is that the same William? Well, we just timed him out now, so he may be back. We give him a couple more chances before we completely hide them. So once again, Sean, Leslie, I don't know where you live, but you shouldn't have such a strong opinion about a place you've never been. Well, I can tell people how to do these islands for little or nothing, but you don't know how to travel. Oh, you live in Arizona. Okay, I used to live in Arizona. I went to Arizona State for a couple years. What part of Arizona do you stay in? My guess is you probably don't stay in Phoenix, because most people that live in Arizona say they stay in Phoenix. Bullhead City. See, I'm still pretty good. Okay, yeah. I got a friend that used to have a place down in Bullhead City. Well, I can just tell you this, Sean. Like I said, I've never been to Bullhead City. I've been all through Phoenix and all the little suburbs, but I've never been to Bullhead City. So I'm not going to sit here and have an opinion about Bullhead City. You shouldn't have make a negative statement about a place that you've never been. Because like I say, if you know the game, I've lived here for over 15 years and been in the tourism industry for over 15 years. Well, I can show people and tell people how to do these islands for little or nothing. I didn't just say I couldn't afford it. No, I thought you said that I didn't just say I could. No, what you said was we commercial. You said, I'll go back to, they commercialized Hawaii tourism. That's what you said. That's exactly what you said. I'm looking at your quote right here. Too much made it too expensive. You didn't say anything about you couldn't afford it. What you had was, once again, I'm reading your quote. Now you're making my ass feel like fucking Matlock. It's exactly what you said. I'm reading your deposition search of the grand jury. That's exactly what you just said. And let me see how you're gonna clean this up. Yeah, it's too expensive for me. Well, okay, I'll give you that. All I can do is tell you that's because you don't know how to travel to Hawaii. And let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What makes you? What's good with your grind? We see you. We see you. Thank you for the compliment, Big Homie. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, we expanded on the wall. I appreciate you. In a little while here, I'm gonna get off here. We're doing Jim Jones today. I appreciate that like, Big Homie. I'm not hating on Hawaii. So what made you make that statement about the place? That we've commercialized tourism. What made you make that statement? If you've never been here, I'm curious why people make the statements that they make in this chat. I'm curious why you made those statements that they and I assume Hawaiians commercialized Hawaii and now it's too expensive. I'm curious to see when you've not airfare, hotels, and food. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, what did you plan a trip here, or did you talk to somebody that was here before? I mean, yes, we have. You have to have airfare to get here. Yes, you have to stay somewhere, and you have to eat here. It's still not answering my question. I mean, what made you make that statement? Did you talk to somebody that had been here before? I mean, did you try to book a vacation here or what? Because I'm just saying what you're saying couldn't be further from the truth if you knew what you were doing. Okay, I guess you don't want to answer my question now, and that's my point. Once again, 18 to 25-year-olds don't make a statement about a place that you've never been, unless you're a good swimmer. Oh shit! Motherfucker, you better be. You, motherfucker, you better be Aquaman. Oh shit! Just prices I've seen. Sean. And let me ask you this also, Sean. Let me ask you this. What island were you looking at? Watch this motherfucker go Google. He gonna go Google the Hawaiian Islands and randomly pick one. Unless you're a good swimmer. Which island were you looking at? Before you paint Jim Jones, I recommend that you look into some conspiracies behind events surrounding his actions. We've been talking about the events all morning, Grom. You coming in here late. Oh, you talking about it. Grom, you late on that one, big homie. Shit. You a day late and a dollar short. Wait, what do you think I'm gonna have nightmares at night or something? Like I'm gonna see the boogeyman if I paint Jim Jones? Like I say, y'all gotta understand I'm 2,000 originals deep. Shit. I done painted the Manson girls before in the past. And probably gonna paint them again. Yeah, give me a break with that one, Grom. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on, Grom. You don't see the title of the podcast today? Come on. Shit, I gotta post my Helter Skelter picture. I got all three of the Manson girls walking in that fucking hallway. When they was going to court, when they, you know how when they used to sing before they shaved their heads. Baby, come on, man. Come on. I like I say, great artists. I learned very early in the art game. Great artists, you're supposed to paint the environment around you, current events and past events. Oh, shit. Jim Jones, he getting painted today. Hell yeah. You got 8 reviews on. You need to up that. What the fuck are you talking? What the hell are you talking about? Osama, you have no idea what you're talking about. If you go to my banana cultivation tour on fucking Airbnb, motherfucker, there's over 50 fucking reviews. Shut up. Shut up and go play. And even, I don't know which one you're looking at, and even if I have 8 reviews, motherfucker, 99% of them is 5-star. I think on one of them we got 1 4-star. I don't even know what, I don't know if you're looking at the Viator one or what. Don't try to tell me about my own business. But the bottom line is, your ass didn't come in here and say you're not getting $95 a head. That's for sure. That price got your ass, didn't it? We're on multiple platforms, Airbnb and Viator. And we get a lot of motherfuckers that just call up. So, well, like I say, whether I got 0 reviews or 8 reviews on whatever platform you're looking at, motherfucker, where is your tourism business? Like I said, you can't even afford to get here. I'm just saying you need to up that to 1,000. The way you talking, I don't need to do jack shit, but what I am doing. You need to figure out a way to get over here first. Before you start consulting in the tourism industry, get over here and take a vacation first. You ain't never even been over here. That's how silly you sound. You don't know jack shit about the tourism industry, period, and you surely don't know jack shit about the Hawaii tourism industry. So save your damn advice. You need to come over here for 1 visit first before you can give anybody any advice on Hawaii. You call yourself guapo and you broke. What you talking? Exactly. Broke as hell. You got the nerve to try to give somebody advice in the tourism, but you sure didn't question them damn 5 stars I got though, did you? And like I say, it depends on what platform you're looking at and what tour you're looking at. You sure didn't take your ass to that banana cultivation tour or on Airbnb experiences, did you? Hell no. You probably did and didn't want to come back and say nothing about that, about them over 50 5-star reviews. Oh no. You didn't want to come back into the chat and say that. We on multiple damn platforms. What the fuck are you looking at, Google? Man, that's our least. That's our. You look, man. All I can do is tell you this, Osama. If you want to see what we do, go to the fucking website. Go to the fucking website and look at our shit on Airbnb and Viator. You looking at that. Man, give me a damn break. Before you ask what the website is again, go to paradiseuunplug.com and then you can look at the tours there and then you can see all of our damn reviews. Then you can see all of our damn reviews. Nobody books from the damn Google. Nobody looks at that bullshit. They book from Viator and they book from Airbnb experiences. If you want to see what we all about, go there. There you go, millennial. Thank you. Thank you, millennial. Thank you for. Well, I'm gonna say your comment out loud, so people that watch this later know exactly what you said. You're researching another man instead of a woman. Despicable. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Immortal clapped his hands. Thank you. I assume he's talking about the Israeli flag. I would assume. Guapo, you can't win. Exactly. I have no idea why you're so interested in my tours when you can't afford to take one. This motherfucker doing all kind of back like he's an executive at fucking Microsoft. Like you really have the money to get over here and take one of these damn tours. Give me a fucking break. Why the hell are you researching something you can't afford? The amount you stutter, you must be low IQ. And all I can do is tell you this, Estelle. All I can do is tell you this. If you think I have a stuttering problem or some bullshit like that, then leave. Leave. If I didn't know how to talk, and if I had this so-called stuttering problem, if I had a stuttering problem, why the fuck do I have over 1,600 fucking subs? Let's check your channel right quick. Let's check your channel. Let's see. Let's see something here. Since you think I have this so-called stuttering problem, let's check his channel. This motherfucker's got 2 subs. This motherfucker's got 2 damn subs. And in my 56 fucking years, no one has ever told me I have a stuttering problem. Ever. But I guess there's a first time for every fucking thing. So you take your 2 subs and do something with your life. I don't give a fuck if you're a content creator or not. You can't be a content creator. It's called content creator, which means you have to be creative. You sorry. Don't start making excuses. Don't start making excuses because your ass is sorry. Don't do that. You can't make no damn excuses now. You gonna come in here and try to disrespect me. Paradise on his castle, free, happy on his land. The fact that you hit that hard tells me you do. If you think I have a stuttering problem, motherfucker, like I said, that's your fucking prerogative. If you think that, that's your fucking prerogative. Like I say, what I got 1.7 thousand videos, 1,700 videos, and I have never been accused of having a stuttering problem. What you got to say to that? What you got to say to that? You show me one motherfucker that can sit here for hours at a time and not misplace a word here or there. You sorry, you obsessed with me. You want to be me. That's your problem. You want to be me. You give your right fucking arm for your fucking skin to be this clear at 56 years old. You give your right fucking arm to be able to paint like this, to own 3 acres of land in Hawaii. You want to be me. And I don't know too many motherfuckers that say what I just said without stuttering. You want to be me. That's why you keep your ass up in here. You want to be me. Got 2 degrees. And I don't know too many 5-star salesmen that have a stuttering problem. You know what hits hard? How stupid you are. That's what hits so fucking hard. You sorry. And I think I said all of that without stuttering. Thank you. Even Chicky is agreeing. Why would I be you when God has gifted me to be? You sound silly at this point. You silly. You sorry. Your life sucks. Your best bet is to go ahead and depart with your tail between your legs. You sound stupid. You got 2 subs because you can't be a content creator. You can't be a content creator because you're not creative enough. Your life sucks, my friend. It does. It really does. I don't have to know you to know that. Your life sucks. I've lived my life. I've said this a million times on these damn podcasts. I've owned a home in Southern California. I've owned property in Hawaii. I am happily married. I've owned multiple cars. I've traveled to Europe. Oh, I misspoke there. I guess I stuttered. I've traveled to Europe multiple times, to the Caribbean multiple times, all through the US. There's nothing you can say to me to get under my skin. You sorry. You come into this podcast and try to disrespect me because I sit my ass in this chair for hours at a time and I might misplace a word here or there or here. I don't know a motherfucker alive that doesn't do that. You can't be a content creator because you're sorry. And I apologize that your life is sorry. It's like a lottery ticket. Your numbers didn't win, big homie. I'm sorry. So you want to come in here and try to find, you say this motherfucker is just too fucking perfect for my ass. So every now and then he sits in that chair and he misplaces a word or says something wrong every now and then. So I'm going to say he's got a stuttering problem. You sorry. Like I said, I got 1,600 damn subs on here. Done 1.7 videos, 1,700 videos, and never, not fucking once has anybody said I have a stuttering problem. And that's the reason why I'm harping on it. Because you're trying to find something wrong with me. Because you're sorry. And ever since I've been this high, I've always hated sorry ass motherfucking people. Because you help no one on this planet. You do nothing for humanity. So you've been looking. You've been on here gazing. Zooming in, zooming out. Where can I find a chink in this motherfucker's armor? I'm in here having conversations with 10 different people at once, and I misplace a word here, there, here. So you say, well, I'm going to seize on that and say he has a stuttering problem. Like I say, everybody that's on here now, or anybody that looks at this in the future, please text me, send me an email, send me a comment. Look at all of my videos, and you tell me if I have a stuttering problem. And like I said, the reason why I keep harping on this shit, you think you've touched some sort of nerve. No. What it is you're just a sorry person. Third in the fucking state of California through 800 meters. You get nothing but, I've seen nothing but haterism my whole life. Graduated from college twice. Owned land in Hawaii. Owned my first house at 22 years old. Owned it for damn near 20 years. I've seen nothing but people like you. My entire fucking life. Haters. And I don't understand people like you. You've been zooming in, zooming out, trying to concentrate on every little fuck. You say the motherfucker dresses well. The motherfucker don't look 56 years old. He still got most of his fucking hair, most of his fucking real teeth. You hate that about me. You want to be me. So I misplaced a word here or there on this chat. I've been on the motherfucker for over 3 hours. And now, when I get off this chat, I'm about to start another damn podcast that people gonna tune into, where I paint Jim Jones's picture live and in the fucking flesh, which you can't do. And I'll check this chat in a second after I'm done getting in your sorry ass. You wanna be me. I've walked this planet for 56 years. I've had my ups and fucking downs, but for the most part, I've done more than most people will do in 5 fucking lifetimes. I've seen nothing but haterism since I've been 5 fucking years old. Somebody always trying to find a little something wrong with your ass. Oops, I misplaced the word there. I must have stuttered. I guess I got a stuttering problem. So you see me misplace a word here or there or here. So you want to say I have a stuttering problem. Motherfucker, you go to the streets of Kalakaua, if you could ever afford it, and ask them who's one of the greatest salesmen on that fucking street of all fucking time. I don't know too many salesmen that can cold call with a stuttering problem. See, everything I say, I can back mine up with facts. You sorry, man. I don't know what happened to you in your life. I don't know what you're going through in your life. But it's not my fault. You sorry. And like I say, the reason why I get so passionate about this is because I've been dealing with sorry people like you since I was 5 years old. Since I made my first all-star team on the Little League Baseball. I've been dealing with sorry ass, hater ass motherfuckers just like you. my whole life for over 50 fucking years. And that's what gets under my skin. That's what gets under my skin. I don't know too many Fortune 500 companies that are going to hire you to be a salesman that calls on headquarter accounts, and a pharmaceutical salesman that calls on doctors, and you have a stuttering problem. See, that's what you don't like about me, is that I can back everything I'm saying up with facts. You sorry, and you want to be me. You see how I had to break him down? Chat. You see how I got to break him down up in here? And this Cain and Abel, you sound so stupid when you talk about I only have 6 viewers or 8 viewers, when your ass is one of them. You sound silly saying that. Yeah, I'm younger. Yeah, I know Cain and Abel. Like I say, I purposely keep y'all in here. With one click, we could hide you, but I purposely keep you in here. You are my bait. Don't you understand that? You work for me. Are you too dumb to understand that? You work for me. I am your employer. You work for me, and I don't even have to pay you. Bait and tackle, baby. You work for me. Are you too dumb to understand what's going on here? SW, you'll never see my property, ever. For one, you can't afford it. And if you hit the lottery, if somehow luck shines on you and you hit the damn lottery, I wouldn't let you in the damn gates because you're sorry. You're sorry. Now you want to get on Skylar. 2 inch SW, you can't get an enlargement. That's how sorry you sound. SW, you sound stupid. You know what I think it is? So like I say, we're going to concentrate a lot more in this podcast about true crime because I have an interest there. You know what I think it is? I think you have a stuttering problem. I don't think you communicate well verbally. And that's what you don't like about me. Like I say, I'm the first one to admit, yeah, when I'm going at it with 10 people, hell yeah, I'll misplace a word here and there or stutter through some shit. Sure, who wouldn't? But when I'm getting in the motherfucker's ass like yours, and I'm not looking at this chat or concentrating on nothing else, you ain't heard me stutter one motherfucking time. Not a one. So don't try to clean it up now. You will never get on this property as long as I own these 3 acres because you're sorry. Now I'm done with your sorry ass. Like I said, what you did touch with me, is all the hater motherfuckers that I done dealt with for 50 years. That's what you brought out in me right now. From the time I'm 5 fucking years old to the time I'm 56, damn near 56 years old. That's what you brought out in me. I'm sick of you fucking haters. I'm sick of you being jealous of motherfuckers that done worked their ass off their whole life to have shit. That's the nerve you touched. You will never shake my hand. Ever. I don't want none of that damn haterism and jealousy to rub off on my ass. Never. I stay devoid of people like you. You are a menace to society. And that's the nerve that you done touched in me. I can't stand jealous ass people. I can't stand them. They're the worst things walking or riding on this fucking planet. Because your life is jack shit. You want to try to find something wrong with me. You want to try to make up something wrong about me. That's what I can't stand. There's nothing worse than a jealous ass, hater ass motherfucker. Nothing. But what you do is, you motivate me to stay on here for longer than I normally do. To make myself more money. That's what people like you have done since I was 5 years old. Oh, you thought I was going to crumble from your little fake ass accusation. What you do is motivate me to try to own 6 acres now because you're sorry. And I know you can't stand it. You don't like this fucking chat. You don't like the way I talk. You don't like the way I misplace a word here and there. You don't like the way I stutter through some shit every now and then when I'm arguing with people. Then take your sorry ass up out of here. And don't never come back in here. Cain and Abel, shut your ass up. You shut up, Cain, and you tell Abel to shut his ass up as well. You sound stupid. And that's why they bringing back the draft on you 18 to 25-year-olds, because they know you expendable. People like you and that damn S-Dub. They say, hell no, we ain't gonna keep wasting our missiles for your sorry ass. Hell no. Why use our $1 million missile when we can use one of their sorry asses instead? Yeah, you're right. Well, I tell you what. If I popped up when you swiped, do me a favor. Keep swiping because you're sorry. That was the 5-year-old talking in me. That was the 15-year-old talking in me. That was the 20-year-old talking in me. The 40-year-old talking in me. Every time I do something better for myself, I get a sorry motherfucker like you that pops up. That's what you just heard. give a damn if you come up into this fucking chat. See, I proves mine with facts, big homie. I was completely wrong about a statement I made maybe about an hour or two ago. And what did I say? I'm wrong. I didn't try to talk my way out of it. I misread who old boy was, his name. But you get people like you that want to come and make false accusations against somebody. You're sorry. And that's why I have shit and you don't. Book, that Kane, if you're still on here, he's yours. Because I think my battery's full. I am 99% full. And I'm about to go paint Jim Jones's picture. If you're still on here, that Kane, he's yours. Game of haves and have-nots. There is no gray area, millennial. Thank you, Book. And I appreciate you staying on for the long haul with these sorry-ass damn people. And by no means do I mean everyone on here. The majority of the people on here, like I say, everyday equality. When I say the sorry ones, I mean the little 2% like this S-Dub and that damn Kane, who life has just shit on. They sorry. So once again, hey, this is Abel and Cain loves. That guillotine was mean. Real mean. Goodbye. So once again, I want to thank Book for moderating. I got the best moderator in the fucking business. I want to thank all the regulars that come up in here, Millennial, Skylar, and I got to thank S2 Bullion, and I forgot the other cat's name. I knew I was gonna forget his name. That's why I thanked him earlier. I apologize, big homie. The other cat that gave me the gift, I apologize, but I thanked you earlier because I knew I was gonna forget later. Who else? Yasmin came up in here. SW, you still going on? Would you be quiet while I'm giving thanks to quality high IQ people? Please. Well, Yasmin was up in here. JJ was up in here. Grom came up in here. Let me see if I can remember. The list is getting too long for me now, y'all. John came up in here. Do y'all see this S-Dub fool begging to get blocked? But we're not gonna block you. I'm gonna continue to let you look like a fool because you're a hater. Who else? Oh, Peace Overflows. How could I forget Peace Overflows came up in here? And I'm going to be on the Art Life. We're going to paint Jim Jones, the cult leader. And Grom was like, motherfucker, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? So I'll be back on tomorrow. I got a good one for y'all tomorrow. I got one tomorrow for y'all that y'all going to know a little something about this one tomorrow. But all at the same time, you're not going to know about this one. I would almost guarantee it. Even though G's up in here. I'm real curious to see what like the Groms and the Skylers, the Books and the Millennials know about this one tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be a good one. Yeah. Because you've all heard a little bit about it, but I'm not sure if you know all the details. We say, no, oh, Mo, can I send you a picture of me? And you see that? Y'all see that chat? You see how far the human race has fallen? This S-Dub, he just can't shut his ass up. So he'll probably be the first one in here tomorrow. He'll probably be the first damn one in here tomorrow. It's a damn shame. So once again, the moral to this story today is for the few people that's still here, once again, because a lot of good morals came out of this one today. You know, don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's first and foremost. Don't drink no damn Kool-Aid. If you know something is wrong, remove yourself from that situation. Number two, if you make a mistake, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes damn near every day, if not every day. If you make a mistake, admit you made a mistake and move on. And most importantly, man, jealousy, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. All jealousy and haterism does is it motivates the person that you're hating on to do better. You're just digging yourself a deeper hole. That's all you're doing. So once again, as always in here, and the people that tuned in that I didn't know your name or didn't see you come up in the comments, I appreciate you giving me some time and giving my black ass a few moments of your life. And I'll be back on tomorrow. And once again, don't hate on anybody. Don't be jealous of people, because it only makes you look bad in the end. I appreciate y'all. Damn, it's a damn shame, Scholar. It is. It's a damn shame. It truly is. So once again, my computer's charged. I'll probably take like a 15, 20-minute break here, and then we're going to start painting Jim Jones. I'm going to get the studio all set up, and we're going to keep this party going. What these haters do, all they do is motivate me to stay on for fucking longer and keep this party going. So y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit that sub button. Y'all hit that follow button and hit that notification button. We coming back at you with Jonestown. Aloha and mahalo.